Hello everyone, welcome back to the Born2PlayGames podcast. We were of course born for games, but we were born for many other things such as movies, TV shows and other trending topics that interest us. I am Kai, Kwade, whatever you want to call me, and I am as ever joined by Ricky R, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Ricky R 1996.
I'm getting fucking good at that intro, man.
You are. This is why you're going to do it forever.
Fair enough. So how are you doing, Ricky?
Yes, I'm good. Yourself?
Good. I'm good. I've got a nice brew. Very nice. That I stirred with a fork.
You did stir with a fork, I have to admit. It's a hench cup.
I was going to say, it's a fairly deep cup. It's not even mine.
It's got some girth to it.
Treat yourself.
There you go.
Yeah, we spelled with a donut.
Oh, it's one of them?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
It's my nan's, it's not mine.
I was going to say, I think last Christmas I bought a bunch of stuff. All the donut stuff is like body wash and things.
Oh, fair.
It was from my ex.
I found it in the cupboard.
That's cool. It's a hench mug.
I was going to say it's a hench mug and it fits plenty of coffee.
That's exactly what you want.
Exactly. But anyway, we're here to talk about video games and other trending topics and movies and TV shows and stuff.
Yes, we are indeed. So what are we starting off with, Mr. Wade?
Well, what came out yesterday, Ricky?
Ooh.
Red Dead Redemption 2 came out yesterday, and it's a bit of a weird scenario for us, really, because there's been plenty of times where me and you have said, oh, we're definitely going to get this game, we're going to play it, we're definitely going to get it and play it, and then we just wait till like a year later, then we get it. Cuphead, for example.
Yeah.
But this one, we actually got on day one. We actually bought it on the day. It feels weird.
I think it's the first game I've bought on the day for a hell of a long time, especially at the price it stated at.
Oh, yeah.
Although, to be fair, I bought 2 games, because obviously I know it's not out yet, but I also pre-ordered Spyro, so...
Ah, yes, lovely. Was a possible playthrough of that happening?
Yes, hopefully. We'll have to see.
Yes. We're going to have to work things out, because you pre-ordered it for PlayStation. Yes?
Yes.
I'm sure we can figure that out.
I got Crash on PlayStation, so I thought I might as well get Spyro over there as well.
I was going to say, well, that's where they were born and raised,
Yeah, that's it.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
That's very much spent most of our days.
You stumbled all the way
Oh,
through
I did.
Anyway, so Red Dead Redemption 2. Your initial thoughts, Ricky, from what you've played so far?
Yes, it's phenomenal. The minor details are just unreal as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, obviously, a lot of people have been drawing penises in the snow.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. A lot of people, the first thing they've drawn is just walked a dick in the snow.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I think the most get my words out. The thing that shocked me the most that I didn't realise was a thing was the hunting bit where you shoot the deers and you obviously skin the first. Well, you don't skin the first one, but obviously you kill the first one and then you have to try and do your senses to get the second one.
Yeah.
I shot it and I more or less missed its head, so I didn't kill it first time. I think I shot it in the arse or must have been the side, and it like obviously scuttled away, and you could see that it was dazed. Obviously, going to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, oh, I wonder where it went, and obviously I followed its tracks, and then I just saw blood, and I was like, oh, obviously I took a critical hit, it must be bleeding.
Yes.
And then I just saw the deer like trying to shuffle itself under the snow to try and hide itself, and then it just bled out and obviously died. And I thought that's pretty cool. The fact that because in some hunting games you could bow an arrow something like 6-7 times or shoot it about 6-7 times, and it still runs, and there's no sort of like wound or pain, and that was pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
And speaking of comparisons to other games with hunting and what have you, skinning them.
Oh, skinning is beautiful.
Skinning them. Like, so the first time you skin something is one of those deers you capture.
Yeah.
Well, kill. You bring it back to your camp in the mountains, and you skin one, the butcher cook guy skins the other and hangs it up and what have you. And in that thing, you actually like cut into it and literally you peel the skin off. Yeah. You actually see it happen and what have you. Sorry, Peter. And you haven't found any more animals or anything since that first thing.
No, I've not really properly. I've played it a bit, but I've not been really proper like exploring. I've just mainly been following the mission sort of thing at the moment.
I've been out and about. But yeah, because I remember you asking me whether or not when you skinned an animal it actually came off or whether that was just a cutscene. Well, you actually take the skin off the animal. Yeah, like, unlike other games like you say Far Cry, whenever you like hunted a whatever, like a Komodo dragon or something, you'd walk up to it and skin it, but it would still be just a fully skinned animal on the floor.
Yeah.
In Red Dead Redemption, you full on take the skin off and you can just pick up a skinless carcass and throw it on the back of your horse. You get covered in blood from it as well, and it's got some gritty realism in there.
Yeah, and the bloodstains don't seem to disappear either, unless you change. They might do if you like go swimming or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine that, because one of the things with horse maintenance, like taking care of your horse and what have you, I keep getting these notifications up coming up saying, "Oh, your horse is dirty. You need to wash it down with a brush, and it'll up its health core and what have you."
Oh, right.
Or you can run it through a lake, like run it through a patch of water, and that cleans it as well.
Oh,
and you're like, "Oh, right, okay." So, like, actually going through lakes and what have you does actually have some form of effect in some way.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I didn't know that. That's cool. That's very good. Very, very good stuff.
It is. But yeah. You tried to make me believe that John Marston wasn't in the game.
Yep. Yeah, I tried to throw you.
Spoiler alert, folks, he is.
Yes.
Because I could have sworn I saw him in the trailers. And I was saying to you, I think it's a prequel because John Marston's alive. Yeah. And you were like, no, because it's at the end of the Outlaw period. Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, I didn't see that many Outlaws in Red Dead Redemption 1.
I was just looking at the news when the first poster was released, and I thought it was going to be, like, everyone was saying it was Jack Marston and all that.
Yeah.
Basically, like, the very, very beginning stage. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to be that. And obviously, there were rumours that weren't true.
Yeah. But as soon as they said, like, because when they were saying, like, you're a part of the Dutch whoever gang, I was like, wasn't that the name of the gang you were hunting down in Red Dead Redemption 1?
Yes.
And, like, as soon as there was, like, we were up in the mountains or something, it was like, we can't find John. I immediately it's like, that's Marston, isn't it? It's John. It's John Boy. It's the main dude. Lo and behold, you find him up in the mountains, and you actually find out how he got his scars on his face. It's
it was a pack of wolves.
Pack of wolves at him.
Yeah, it was definitely. It was weird to see him again so soon as well.
Yeah,
like probably about half an hour into the game.
Exactly. Yeah, they really didn't hold off on it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
We also discovered the uncle as well.
Uncle, yeah, because like we only figured this out like as we were setting up for this.
Yeah.
Because we were watching a few things like from previous games like Undead Nightmare and what have you, and I noticed that when the old guy attacked John as like a zombie or what have you, I was like, that guy looks very familiar. That kind of looks like the uncle character that's in Red Dead Redemption 2. And we looked into it further. I was like, oh yeah, that is Uncle. So it kind of hints towards where the plot's kind of going in this game, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because there is like a bit of a subplot between John and Arthur, the guy you play as, where there's like a bit of a beef between them, which I'm not personally a fan of because I love John Marston and I don't want to play as a character that doesn't like him.
Yeah. I was going to say, throwing us in there.
Yeah. It's like making us choose, and at this point I'm going to choose John Marston. I don't know enough about Arthur yet. Although, don't get me wrong.
He's cool.
Yeah, initial impressions, he is quite cool. But he ain't John. But it's to do with like John leaving the group for like a year or so, because like both Arthur and John were raised by Dutch and Hosea, I want to say his name is.
Jose.
Yeah, like they're the two leaders of this gang. And John left, and Arthur's like, well, that's disrespectful to Dutch and Hosea because they raised you and blah, blah, blah. But John came back, and now it's just awkward because he's got a wife and kid with him. And she just seems really mean to John.
Yeah.
She's just really nasty.
Yeah, but yeah, it was strange seeing him so quickly. And obviously, like you say, you see how he got his scars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, as we know from the first game, though, he obviously leaves the group at some point, and Uncle comes with him.
Yep.
So
obviously, his wife and child go with him as well.
But we were speculating earlier that we think the group in general is just kind of going to disband. Because like from what we've seen in like the trailers and what have you, it looks like Arthur's running his own camps, or he's off on his own. So obviously he must split off from Dutch at some point.
Yeah, there must be something that goes down.
Because like even though we know Dutch isn't a good guy in the first place, because obviously Red Dead Redemption 1, he is the guy you're hunting down.
Yeah.
Even if you forget that, there's just something quite off about Dutch in this game. Like you can tell we compared him to the governor from The Walking Dead. Like to all the people in the camp or whatever, he's like, oh, everything's jolly good, happy times, happy families.
He's the god. We're
going to survive because that's what we do. And then you go out somewhere and it's like, I don't care what you do, kill the motherfuckers, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's literally the choices and decisions as well obviously impact everything else.
Yeah, like I was surprised by how many decisions I was left with.
Yes.
It's like you stop a train and you're left with these three guys, and it's like, do what you want with them, and I'm like, because when I was looking at it, I was like, I genuinely feel like this could actually come back and bite me if I kill them.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it could genuinely come back and fuck me up if I let them go. Because you played the train mission, didn't you?
Yeah.
The train. Yeah, of course you did. We were talking about it. The guy who owned the train was I'm assuming a very rich person called something Cornwall or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Hosea clearly knows who he is because he's saying this is his train or whatever. Nobody else knows who he is. But it's like he must have some big standing. And he might come into things later on and be like, oh, so you're the guys who robbed my train. And it's like, well, you killed my guys. I'm going to have to fucking kill a few of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be like, well, you made a mistake letting your men get back to me. Let my men get back to me because now I know everything about you.
Yeah. I know your names, I know.
Yeah. It's you really have to think about these things.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Because you were worried about something that happened in a barn at the beginning.
Yeah. When you take over your sort of first sort of like fight scene in a sense with the O'Driscolls. Obviously, once you search the cabin and you obviously go to a barn, and then the guy jumps on you and he's like, "You killed my cousins, you bastard!" But obviously, you pointed out the fact that he was wearing a green scarf, so which
is the symbol of the O'Driscolls.
Yeah,
they were all wearing green neckerchiefs. I want to say
growth to represent.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
But
same universe.
But yeah, so I was a bit panicky thinking that it was a girl that they later find in the cellar, which is called Sadie Elder or something
like that, yeah.
Which is the first girl that you see. She's a bit of a psycho, but obviously she went to revenge on her husband, and I thought, oh shit, what if her husband was hiding in the barn or got locked away?
I was going to say,
I was the one that killed him.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he was wearing the O'Driscoll neckerchief.
Yes, but
I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Because there's two different things. It's like you let him go and you leave him, you choke him. Well, they're the two options you're given, but I just beat him to death.
Oh yeah, I beat him to death as well.
So. Because I was just punching him and I wanted to interrogate him more, thinking that's what would happen.
That's the exact same thing I did.
And then I punched him and he was like, I was dead.
That?
Unless he's knocked out, he might not have died.
No, I think he's dead, dude.
I was going to say his head was pretty bashed.
Oh, yeah. Because that does take me off guard sometimes, like how just punching them. Like you think he could get a few more in. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. Because I haven't quite got to grips with the interrogating and diffusing situations things. Because you'll get a witness. And a witness to your crimes, and you chase them down, you take them down, you threaten them, and sometimes it doesn't do anything. Like you threaten them, nothing happens, or whatever. You let them go, and they're still a witness to whatever. So you're like, well, do I just kill him then? Yeah, I don't know.
You've got to kill them so that they don't tell.
I was going to say I don't necessarily want to kill him, but I suppose if he is going to rattle on me, then cacao.
Yeah, I suppose that is the thing, isn't it? People. Even in real life, if someone saw you do something and you spoke to them and they were like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything, don't worry, we're cool, we're all good in the hood.
They could still say something.
Always in the back of your head, you're going to think, well, this person's the only person that knows.
And that's exactly why I killed Jimmy Brooks.
There you go.
Yeah, because everyone's seen it in the trailer, there's that bit where Arthur's like, should I have killed you, Jimmy Brooks, or whatever. You do come across that part fairly early on. I think it was the last mission you did before you stopped playing, wasn't it?
Yeah, when he's hanging off the cliff.
Yeah, you go and you can either just let him fall off the cliff or pull him up. And I pulled him up off the cliff because at first I was like, well, I'll be a nice guy. But I don't know, there was just something about the way he was like, oh, I don't know nothing. Who are you? I don't know what's going on. I never saw you in Blackwater or blah, 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 blah. Just the way he was constantly going on, I was like, I don't trust you. There's something I don't trust. Right?
At least you got a pen.
Yeah, I got a pen out of it. But,
we'll both be able to tell because you eventually, obviously... You had him, didn't you? You killed him.
I killed him, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. So
no, you hog-tied him and left him there.
I tied him up and I thought, well, I'll just let a snake eat him or something else.
Yeah, but as I told you, they can escape from hog ties.
Yeah, which obviously is a thing that they can do. But yeah, so because I was a bit like, I don't know whether to kill him or not, and then I thought I'll bugger it, and then I rode with him on my horse for a little bit, and then just left him to it, and then just went to the town. Dropped off the horse again and was like, there you go. And then he was like, you really did borrow it? And I was like, yeah, I did, mate. But yeah, we'll soon find out when he comes back to with about 4 million people and I die.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, I had no issues.
Yeah, because what I found interesting is you'd think with most games you'd save him, there'd be a cutscene, and that'd be the end of it. You'd leave and you can't do anything about it. But in this one, it cuts back into the game as he gets on his horse and walks away. And I was like, I don't feel good about this. And just because I was just playing around in my own head, I'm like, oh, I'm going to threaten you with my gun. And as you pull out the gun, it locks onto him. And it's got like the little red dot. And I was like, can I actually shoot him? And as he's riding away, I just get a clean shot right in the back of his head. And he just drops off the horse. I'm like, well, shit. Okay, I suppose that's...
Little do you know, the horse knows sign language, and it goes back to the range. It's like, it was him. It was Arthur. With his hooves.
There you go. Clap twice for murder. Shit! But yeah, like... I was surprised by how many decisions there are and how you deal with things. Yeah.
Definitely.
I very much enjoyed the bounty hunts. I know you haven't done any of those yet, but that you can just go to the sheriff's office. He's like, yep, here's a bounty. Want him brought in alive. And then you just go out, you just fucking lasso him and just bring him in. The thing is that there's like kind of stories attached to each bounty. Like you can ask them, what did they do? Blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, but one of them's like a black widow, like a lady who just kills all her lovers and whatever. Yeah. Like she lures guys in and just has them.
Cuts out their throat.
Yeah. And well, that is a scenario you face because like you hear that she's camping out in the mountain somewhere and she's got a fella with her, and you're like, oh right, so she's about to put another tally on her list and whatever.
She's riding and about to stab.
Yes. Well, you get there and she's there like trying to lure him in and whatever. And the guy has heard what's like been said about it. It's like, I heard in the papers that you're like a black widow, like a like a lady killer kind of thing. And he's like, well, it's just rumors, blah blah. And when you get there, she sees you. It's like, oh shit, that's a bounty hunter. Protect me. And he's like, no, I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna let you take him. I'm gonna let you go with him because I think it's what's best for you. And then she just straight up stabs him in the fucking throat.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and then she comes at you, and then you just knock the fuck out of her.
Well, she's dead.
Well, she's not dead. She's just knocked out, and you hold her up, bring her back to town.
Yeah, true.
What I love about those though, when you're bringing a bounty back to town, they'll talk to you on the back of your horse, and they'll try to convince you to let them go and what have you. And you can actually just get off and let them go. But you also have the option of just twatting them on the head and knocking them out.
Yeah.
Because they did it a few times with her. Like I was going back with her, and she was going down all this spiel, and she was like, no, she's trying to explain. I just knock her. She wakes back up, and she just tries all these techniques. She tries pleading insanity. Like she's like, I shouldn't go to prison. I should be in a sanatorium or something. And I was like, oh, shut up. And then she tries seducing you. And you just...
Each time she has a bigger hole in her head than
I was going to say, one time she wakes up and she's like, I fucking hate you. Just knock her again. Just
keep on having it.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah, no, it's very enjoyable. I'm like, it just looks beautiful.
I can see why it's been given 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5s.
I hadn't actually looked at review scores.
I think there's only two. I think there's two companies, I can't remember what they are, that give it a 9 out of 10. And everyone was giving them stick. They're like, what are you fucking saying that for?
Yeah.
Like, who are you trying to be? Rotten Tomatoes? But
well, I mean, no game is perfect.
Oh no. If a game was perfect to everybody, then they would never be able to sell another game ever.
Yeah.
Because everyone would play it every single second of the day.
Yeah. I mean, like, my favourite game is Rayman Legends, but it's by no means a perfect game.
No.
In any way. It's just a very, 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 very good game.
So I don't really have favourite games. I don't think.
Well, I just hold nostalgia, and that really heavily influences my decisions on what's my favourite game. Because Rayman 1 for the longest time was my favourite game, but then I realised, it's not actually... It's good, but when you get to Picture City, that's when things start getting a bit ridiculous. Rayman Legends, on the other hand...
I suppose Toy Story 2, for me, Buzz Lightyear's Rescue, was probably one of my favourite games as a kid, and I still love it today. But when I play it now, I'm like, oh, the camera, oh, the controls. Because it's such a weird sort of layout compared to modern day stuff.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty sure I could speedrun that game.
To be fair, I probably could if I gave it a shot, but I completed it within like half a day last time I played it.
I completed it in 5 hours once.
Yeah.
I know that's not speedrun, but I feel like if I really did have a crack at it, I'd be like, yeah.
I was going to say, I 100% of it probably within about half a day.
Oh yeah.
Just over.
Oh yeah, when I say I completed it in 5 hours, that wasn't just getting to the end. I mean, I don't know, I 100% completed it in 5 hours.
Yeah, it's quite an easy game when you actually get into it again.
Oh yeah. But anyway,
onto the bits we were going over.
Wait, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. There's just a few little things that came out just after. Well, one thing that came out just after, and a couple things beforehand. One, the campaign is about 60 hours long,
which is gorgeous.
Which I could believe and I can get behind. Like, I'm going to be playing this till New Year, possibly. Which is it. It's going to be a shame because there's going to be a lot of games on my list to play. We got Fallout 76 coming out, Spyro Trilogy.
Yep.
We got Red Dead Redemption. I haven't got enough time for all this shit.
Or memory.
Or memory. That's a very good point. Red Dead Redemption 2 has taken up over a fifth of my memory space.
To be fair, that's half of me wanted to get Spyro on the PlayStation because at least it's not taking.
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
Fallout 76, I'd probably imagine that's probably about a good 70 gig plus.
See, this is what I mean. Why do all my favourite games...
76 gigs.
If it is. But why do all the games I have to enjoy have to be these big, lengthy RPG type things?
I suppose it's because of the games you can actually get into and not have to think, oh, in a week I'll complete this.
To be fair, Witcher isn't that bad. It's like just under 50 gig. That's minus DLC. Like, I imagine DLCs will bump it up a bit.
Oh god, I can't wait till Red Dead Redemption has DLC added on.
150 gigs.
Do you think GTA 5 was, I think it was 42 gig when it was released, and when I looked at it yesterday, it was 79.8.
I was going to say, when I last had it installed, it was like 72 gigs.
Yeah. And there's still more that you can download as extra, because obviously they've actually now got the pay, like, there's certain DLC you have to pay now.
Oh, is there? Oh, they finally started doing that, did they?
Well, there was something, because I went on GTA Online yesterday while I was waiting for Red Dead Redemption to start, because apparently you get GTA cash.
Oh, okay.
I got 400,000. Then I bought a nightclub, and now I own a nightclub. That's now a thing in the game.
Oh, yeah, because they brought back that big gay Tony guy, didn't they?
Tony.
Are you serious? Oh no, it's happening again, Ricky.
It's always good fun.
It's happening again. It happened in Monster Hunter, and it's happening now.
But yeah, no. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes. There's a companion app for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
You know more about the companion app.
Yeah, you've only just recently downloaded it.
Yeah, I only just downloaded it before we started this.
I didn't use it much whilst playing the game because obviously my phone was on charge and I didn't really want to constantly be looking at my phone at the thing. Essentially, you can use it as a map. You can set your own waypoints. You can draw and stuff on it, so you can actually give like your own little bits and bobs. Guess you could find like hidden things on it. Maybe I don't really know.
Maybe
or cross it off out on the map and try and work things out yourself. Your journal, obviously Arthur writes in a journal. You see it a couple of times in the game, you flick through it.
Yeah.
But actually on the phone you can actually in depth look at it, zoom in, stuff like that. And you can look at it whenever. So like you could be, I don't know, go to your local Spoons and have a meal and you can just read a journal if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Is that your plan for the next week or so, isn't it? Just going to pop in Spoons?
Just read Arthur's journal, why not? Also you can go on to the store there and you can buy obviously clothes, food and stuff like that. I don't know whether that would be like you buy it through the app and then you collect it in the shops.
Maybe.
Because I don't really know how that works. It seems a bit weird playing a country and western game. You're ordering stuff off your phone in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can buy like top hats and boots and riding stuff. And
as soon as he said you could buy clothes on there, the first thing I said was there, is there a top hat?
And the first thing that's
very
on
first thing.
You can. It also gives you the game manual because obviously now everyone knows that. Well, we bought it digitally, so it doesn't count for us. But if you buy a physical copy, 9 times out of 10 there's a manual in there.
All right, there's something that's occurred to me. I think that's the first day one digital game I've ever bought.
It's the first day one digital game I've ever.
Because like you know me, like the shelf.
Oh yeah.
I like putting my games on display, but I was like. Just in my head I was like, it's day of release, I could go to game and buy it, but it's going to be fucking packed and I can't be asked.
To be fair, I went into game yesterday and it was unreal in there.
Yeah, I was
going to. And this is on the little island where there's not many people.
Well, that would be more reason why it would be then, because that's the only shop where you can get it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well, I suppose like some of the supermarkets would have it as well.
A lot of people I know normally Amazon it, pre-order it.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't think about that. I just woke up that morning and was like, well, see how much I got paid. Because it was payday, and I got paid more than I was expecting. So I was like, "Well, fuck! I guess I'm getting Red Dead Redemption 2."
Brucey little bonus. But yeah, and then what else on the app? You can also buy like the manual. You know, like the hench books that they buy.
Oh, like the guides.
Yeah, you can buy that. I think it's $9.99. I'm personally not gonna buy it.
I was gonna say I've never bought anything like that.
Yeah.
Like it kind of takes the experience out of it for me. Like if someone's telling you where to go, I'd rather find things for myself.
Yeah. What was the next bit? There was your game. Like your game progression, how many missions you've done, what percentage, hidden bits and bobs and stuff. So
that's cool.
And then obviously, so is it the social club they call it?
Yeah, the Rockstar social club.
You can go on there and see your friends' feeds and stuff. So yeah,
and hopefully they'll introduce online a bit later on.
Yeah, I reckon as you were saying, like you're probably planning up to New Year. I reckon that start of New Year is when they roll out online, because that's when everyone's going to start to complete the campaign, find all the little bit. When all the YouTube tutorials are going up, going, this is how you can find the hidden or whatever. So I think New Year,
they're gonna let people finish the game before they release online, because it's gonna take some fucking time. Yes. Although I imagine there are some freakazoids out
there's probably
there.
people that's done it now.
I was gonna say there's probably people who have bought it as soon as it came out, got it installed, and have not stopped playing it yet.
I was gonna say I can imagine going on Facebook later and they'll be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe John Marston and Alpha did this at the end of the game."
I'm going to avoid Facebook until I finish the game.
I'm going to try and avoid everything that I can.
Because it will be all over Facebook. Oh, this happens. Because, I mean, like, Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Oh, because the notification went up on your phone, I was expecting it to go up on your computer.
I muted it. I muted it when the first one happened. It's fine.
Good.
No, when Call of Duty Black Ops 4 came out, I was just scrolling through Facebook. This was literally like the day it came out. Or like just the day after or something, and the cutscene at the end of the zombies map had already just been plastered all over Facebook. I was like, okay. I mean, I was never going to get to the point where I see the cutscene, but you're just going to throw it out there 2 days after the fucking game came out.
Yeah, it is annoying that people do that. It's like when something happens in like TV series or whatever.
Oh, like how you found out Glenn died in The Walking Dead as soon as it happened, even though you weren't that far in the series yet.
Yeah, and it's just like there's loads of things. It's just like the ones where it's like things women love in a man or whatever. It's like a stupid little post, and it's be like breakfast in bed, and then it's like something else, and then it's like Cole lost his eye, and it's like, oh, cheers for that. Thank you.
Yeah, the ones that lure you in.
Yeah, so you're reading it, and then suddenly it's like so and so got stabbed multiple times in so and so, and you're like, oh, thanks for that.
President Trump makes a statement on John Marston killing Arthur.
Yeah, it's just like mental. But
oh my god, if I've just foreshadowed how the game ends, I'm gonna be fucking devastated.
Heartbroken.
To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't. Something that I did scroll through Facebook to find was that Red Dead Redemption has cheat codes.
It does have cheat codes. Not all of them have been discovered yet, because the article you sent to me in our little group chat we've got for the podcast it had John Marston plastered all over it, and like you look through the pictures and it's John Marston. So you think the implication being that there's a cheat where you can play as John Marston, which would be amazing.
Clothing, at least.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be amazing, because when you think about it, you're going through the camp as John Marston and you can talk to John Marston. It'd be fucking weird, but
Inception.
Exactly. But it's like the Red Dead Redemption 1 out, like basic, like starter original classic outfit for John Marston that he's wearing, and I'm just like, cool. And then you look at the cheat list they've got there, and there's no cheats there that make you John Marston. So I'm just like, what? I mean, but even they say in the thing, like, there's more cheats to be found. Like, this is only like a day after release. But some of the ones they've got so far is infinite ammo. You can spawn guns, horses, different horses, wagons, a circus wagon. So there must be the circus in the game somewhere.
You can whistle range for your horse.
Yeah, whistle range. You can increase the whistle range. I'm like, as I was saying to you, that would be amazing if you can be on one side of the map and your horse is on the other and whistle when it starts coming towards you. But as you said, you'd be there for a fucking long time, because even when it's just like 10 feet away, you whistle, it takes about an hour to get to you.
It's like he looks at you and like, oh, really? You could have come to me.
Meanwhile, if you whistle on Red Dead Redemption 1, it could be in a different fucking town, and it's just what's up. It's like that in The Witcher as well.
Hi, John. Yeah.
It's like that in The Witcher 3.
A lot of games that involve horses and you whistle them for commands,
and they just there instantly. I suppose it's somewhat realistic, I guess.
Well, I think they're trying to be one of the most realistic. Well, they're testicle strength, for Christ's sake, so they're trying to do something.
To be fair, there's a lot of just little things they added into it that I really love. It's like in GTA, like say both GTA 5 and GTA Online, if there's a door you can't get through, you just like do that thing where you're walking against the wall.
Yeah. Like
you're still walking on the spot, but there's like the door doesn't move. You're just gliding against the door, right? In Red Dead Redemption 2, if there's a door you can't get through, he will interact with it. He'll go up and like push it. He'll try twisting the handle. It won't open. And he's like,
yeah. You
don't walk on the spot. You're just like, well, door's locked. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a nice little detail. What about? Sorry, this came into my head when you were talking about the app. But one of my favorite things that they've added is being able to like inspect things.
Yeah.
So like you can pick up picture. Yeah, you can pick up picture frames. You can look on the back and you can read notes and what have you. But you can also do it with your guns. Like you find a new gun and you can like twist it around. You can aim down the sights with it. Like just like it's like you're testing out a gun you've just found.
Yeah.
and like you clean it down. Cleaning your guns and maintaining them actually ups the stats. So like the stats of your gun will go down the more you use them, but if you clean it and maintain it, the stats go back up again.
Yeah, that's an awesome feature.
Yeah, you can customize them. Like you can get them engraved with like patterns and what have you. Like I've customized my revolver something fierce. I've got some nice gold engravings on there.
B2PG?
Extended the barrel, black handle. No, you can't pick the.
That'd be cool though. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, they probably will add more at some point, I'd imagine. But yeah, it's just like you put engravings on your hunting knife. I've got a nice little owl pattern on there. It's really cool.
Yeah, you showed me that actually. It was pretty beast.
Yeah, like this is it's too much.
Yeah, there is so much in that game.
I obviously you do draw some similarities to like GTA 5 or what have you. Because I mean, when you're picking out your outfits or whatever, you're picking your clothes, the menu with like the stars next to the new stuff is very similar to GTA 5.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is fine because that was a perfectly fine system. If it was a flawed system, I'd be like, but it works fine.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, it works fine.
The one thing that you showed me today that I thought was amazing, obviously in GTA you could literally have a buzz cut or be bold and then end up with an afro if you go into hairdressers. Obviously you were showing me the shaving features and literally you can't up the length, you can only shorten it.
Yeah, so you have to wait for the beard to grow out before you can like cut it down or whatever.
So you can't rock a afro with a Gandalf beard, you have to actually grow it.
Yeah.
So that's good features instead of going to a barber's and watching some sassy woman start snipping at your hair
and then somehow add hair.
Yeah.
But
they're there for like 5 seconds, snip, 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 snip. Oh, I have an afro now.
I was gonna say, like, I'm just buying out the time and letting Arthur grow a Gandalf beard.
Yeah.
Because like one of my favourite things is just a great big bushy beard. But I have this fear in the back of my mind that having a big ragged beard lowers your like I don't know, like your I don't know what it would lower, but it makes you less. I can't think of the words, but do you know what I'm aiming at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, like if you're clean shaven and washed all the time, obviously it ups your morale, sort of thing.
Yeah, it ups the morale of the camp or what have you. But people see with like the big ratty beard or what have you, think, oh, he's dirty. I don't want to follow him. I don't want to be in his camp. No.
Yeah.
And I'm really worried about that. I just want a beard. I want a great big bushy beard.
But back in them times, I don't think. Well, I don't know. I suppose grooming was a massive thing back in them times, but
kind of, yeah. But I mean, I'm an outlaw for fuck's sake.
What does it matter?
Yeah. We'll see. Like I said,
it'd be cool to see. If it depends how long the beard gets, but if you put a bandana with a massive bushy beard, how that'll work.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Because like the bandana's supposed to cover your identity, but with a guy with a beard that big, I'd like to think I'm like. Was that you earlier? I don't know.
Well, you're the only guy in the West with a beard down to your knees.
I was going to say, if that plays into it, like your beard is so big that the bandana can't maintain your identity, that's a cool feature. It's a frustrating feature, but it is cool.
Yeah, it's frustrating to people that want to be bushy bearders.
Yeah, like me. But to be fair, like you saw the beard length he had before. That's fine by me because it's quite similar to my kind of beard length.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a 4, wasn't it? And
yeah,
it was still quite.
4.
So if you think double would be 8, and then add it half again, so 2.5 times that. Probably won't be.
I was going to say it's not going to be like a full on Gandalf or Hagrid or anything like that.
It would still be pretty decent though. But yeah, is there anything else on Red Dead Redemption?
We mentioned the cheat codes, companion app, the length of the campaign, and our initial thoughts. I think that's everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, like we're still fairly early on in the grand scheme of things. So who knows? We might discover something else, and we'll bring that up next podcast. I feel like we're going to be talking about this game on every podcast for the next fucking.
I think it's been mentioned on every podcast. To be fair,
but yeah, it's a very enjoyable game.
Yes.
If I had to rate it anything so far, I would have to go with a. See, I want to say 10 out of 10, but I haven't played it enough yet.
Yeah. I'm going to say I'll probably say like a 9, just because I haven't played it enough.
Well, I've played it a bit more than you, so I'm going to say a 9.5.
Yeah, no. But what I've played of it is just unreal.
Oh, yeah.
The one feature, actually, you mentioned about features that you were impressed with. When you're riding on a horse and you bump into a tree, the fact that the leaves move and the snow just drops off that tree. And then that part of the tree has no snow on it.
Yeah, I very briefly saw that. That was quite nice.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Yes.
But anyway, moving on. Still sticking with Rockstar, but not Red Dead Redemption now.
Yes, we have some casting calls they put out for their next game they're working on, and a lot of people have rumours. A lot of people are looking at them and thinking, we could be getting Bully too.
Yes.
Now, if I remember correctly, last podcast I pleaded with them to make Bully 2.
Yes.
They must watch the podcast.
Oh, they must do. That third viewer is definitely them.
I was going to say, I've been waiting for Bully 2 for a long time. Like, it's one of those games that's been having rumours like every year, like, oh, they're going to be working on Bully 2. Like, I've heard all these fucking ridiculous rumours like, oh, you'll play as what's his name? What's the name of the kid you play as? Oh shit!
Oh god!
Oh, that's really annoying. What's the name of the kid? Fuck!
I can't think.
Ah!
Oh no!
What's his name?
Google help us.
I'm googling. Professionalism at its finest, folks.
But yeah, no. Bully 2 would be decent. Like you say, we've been waiting on for it for years, and it's technically their next game. Well, obviously, it won't be their next game. They could have anything in line. But they've done GTA 5. They've done Red Dead 2. So it should really be Bully now, shouldn't it?
Could be Max Payne 4.
Oh. No, Bully 2.
Or it could be Rockstar Table Tennis 2.
Oh yeah, that's a good fair point.
Yeah. Fuck. No, I don't want bullying. On the game, bully. Come on, what's the name of the game? It's fine, I've just remembered his name already. Jimmy.
I was going to say James.
Yeah. Well, no, because that's what the headmaster calls him.
Oh, that's probably why I was thinking James.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I've heard rumours saying that, like, this was years back, but it's like, oh, there's going to be a Bully 2 and you're going to play as Jimmy's kid and you're going to be in a rival with Gary's kid. I'm like, that's just silly. But at the time I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. I want that.
As long as you can get another rubber band ball, I don't care.
But think about it, like, I think now it would be a very different kind of thing, because obviously there's a lot more, like, when you look at Bully, like the original, like the Bully we have, it's kind of very different to how schools are now.
Oh yeah.
So I think it'd be very interesting to see Rockstar's take on what schools are like now.
To be fair, you probably quite a lot more you can put into a game, Bully game now.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of gang culture, a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, weapons,
teen pregnancy.
Yeah.
When you think about it, this is a very dangerous game for them to be making.
Yes.
But
talking of controversial stuff.
Talking about dangerous games they could be making, the head honchos over at Rockstar have also come out saying that they are very afraid about releasing GTA 6
or any information at least on it.
Yeah, in the modern era, essentially.
Yeah, the current political times.
The political times, and just the people's reactions to a lot of things. Yeah. They are very worried that it would not hold up well. Now, personally, I know I could give less of a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that implies that I could care less, but I couldn't care less is what I meant to say. Like I expect offensive shit with GTA 5, and I'm perfectly okay with it.
GTA 6.
Well, whatever. Yeah. In GTA in general, I expect offensive shit. But I think the thing with GTA is it's always got such a target on it.
Yeah.
It's always like GTA San Andreas was pulled into controversy because of a mod. Granted, it was something that they initially planned to add to the game, but they took it out. They realised that, maybe that is a bit too much, but modders put it back in.
Yeah, of course they did.
And then they got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
So, GTA has always got this air of controversy around it. And just the way things are now, where, like, somebody will say a joke and somebody doesn't like that joke, so they rant about them on the internet and say this person is offensive, they should not be allowed to do jokes, and people will be like, yeah, you didn't find that joke funny, so we agree with you.
Sociopath.
When
that's a new thing.
Yeah, pretty much. When all you could do is, like, if you don't like a joke, you could just go listen to someone whose jokes you like more. You could just like, well, okay, his comedy's not my comedy. I'll just go to this other person's comedy. But no. You have to complain and bitch until this person publicly apologises for something that is just a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I'm quite passionate about this thing,
The thing is, if it's in a film or if it's in a video game, it went through millions and millions of people to be published. So one person's opinion can go fuck themselves.
Exactly.
If it offends a million people, like, fair enough. Like, if they made a game and they did something so stupid in it.
But even still, look at the amount of sales, amount of popularity behind GTA 5. Is a million people going to make a fucking difference?
Yeah, that's very true. But, so just put it into example. Say 1 in 10 people that bought the game did not give a shit, and the other 9 thought there was something in it that was absolutely horrendous, then fair enough. There might be, if 90% of the audience that played the game was like, I had to put the controller down because I couldn't believe they did that scene or that was said or whatever, then fair enough. But
I mean, they had
the other way around. 10% doesn't matter.
Yeah, they had this a bunch with GTA 5 though.
Right, yeah, true.
Think about the torture scene.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of people complain about that. Nobody gave a shit.
And the first-person prostitute scenes.
First-person prostitute scenes. They have a character called Big Gay Tony.
Yeah, that's true.
Does anyone give a shit?
That's the point, actually. Because obviously you wouldn't have played it because you haven't played GTA Online. When I bought a nightclub and obviously Tony came up to me and was talking to me, he was like, I'm Big Gay Tony. I rule this land. And they're like, you probably can't call yourself that anymore. We're in this era.
That's what I mean.
Even Rockstar are playing on their own little joke.
Exactly, but it's just...
So,
if anyone is offended by the character of Big Gay Tony, you need to get a fucking grip. Like, if you don't like the character, just don't. Just, I'm not saying don't hate it. Just fucking move on to something else. Because like, does it really matter at the end of the day? Because how many I know plenty of gay people. I don't once look at them and think, hey, it's Big Gay Tony.
Yeah. Big Gay Dave. Big Gay.
Yeah,
Jeff. Oh, I don't know. But
I can see why they're concerned because, like I say, like we pretty much live in an era now where you can be called offensive for calling someone he or she.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it.
Exactly. Like,
that's a whole different.
Even if by all genetic standards that person has a dick and no vagina, oh, that's a he.
yeah, it's stupid, isn't it?
I know, but like, whatever. They will release it at some point.
Yeah, so yeah, it's got to be done. Isn't it? It's probably when Trump's out of office, I'd imagine, because I feel like Trump's probably the big, because there was a lot of the screenshots and stuff I saw was like, oh, it's probably due to, because obviously a lot of people don't like.
I mean, that's probably a fair point.
Yeah, and obviously with Brexit, a lot of people get very hyped about Brexit in the UK. I could not give a crap. No. Like, if we're going to leave the EU, isn't it? Surely you can just walk out the door and close it behind you. Like, that's how I leave a room. But
I mean, I'm sure there's I imagine it's a bit more complicated.
Oh yeah,
a country leaving another country. But I mean, I try to avoid political shit.
Yeah, I avoid it.
I do not know enough to talk about it.
I avoid it like the plague. I'm not going to lie.
Even though we spent one of the podcasts running about how stupid Donald Trump is for saying we don't know how these gun crimes happen. Yeah, but that's fucking obvious.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, on to some things that aren't political. But yet, well, I don't know if it's controversial. It's just kind of funny, really. The Vatican.
Oh, God, yeah.
The Vatican has released a video game.
Yes.
A mobile phone game. A competitor to Pokemon Go.
Yes. So, obviously, everyone knows Pokemon Go. Yes. And everyone knows Pokemon series. Pokemon Go, you essentially walk around in real life to catch a Pokemon, spin a ball, capture it, it's yours. Whoop-de-dip-de-doo. You can fight it in a gym or whatever.
And if you didn't know that, where the fuck have you been for the past 3 years?
Yeah. They've just recently released Gen 4, so that might be a little gaming topic news there.
First thing I did was capture Chimchar.
Yeah.
Because Chimchar's my favourite. Anyone who says he's shit can suck a dick.
Exactly. But yeah, so now you obviously the Vatican game you can capture saints and other characters inspired into the Bible.
Yes, you probably capture Noah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is only available in Italy. Is that where the Vatican is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's only available in Italy. Hopefully, we'll get a worldwide release soon.
Unfortunately, the animals you capture can only be by 2x2. And you can have one male and one female.
Yes.
And you can, instead of it being like in Pokemon, you put it in a gym, you put it on the Ark.
Yes.
I don't know how true that is. That's just me talking out my ass trying to be funny.
But it is the easiest way to find Jesus.
Yes. Who needs the Bible? Who needs church? You can just pick up the game and find him yourself.
Yes.
God knows how you capture him. It sounds a bit dodgy, but...
Throw a crucifix at him.
Some nails and some planks.
We are, of course, atheists. Well, I am. I don't know about you.
See, in Pokemon Go, like, obviously to get, like, Slowking, for example, you used King's Rock. So if you capture Jesus, his super form would be add nails and wood. Would that help?
You captured the baby Jesus, you add nails and wood, and he turns into Christ.
Well, we're probably offending a lot of people. We probably should stop.
Oh, well, if they're offended, they should go listen to someone else's podcast instead of complaining.
Yes. Oh, we love this. Anyway, moving
To be
on.
fair, the podcast is my favourite thing we do.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next thing.
Yes. So there's no really connection between the Vatican and this, but Jump Force.
Wait, I probably can. So religions. That's religious. That's
Dude.
religious. No. Stick with me.
You're about to compare God and anime.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Right. So obviously Jesus is a religion called Christianity, or whatever you want to call it. There's also religions that people go off, like the Star Wars one. So people
You mean
inspire.
Jedi?
Oh yeah, Jedi. There you go. So people invest in Jedi and stuff, so they can have the Force. And if you jump whilst in the Jedi thing, they call it the Jump Force, and the game we're talking on to is Jump Force.
You're despicable.
There you go. That worked, didn't it?
You're absolutely. It didn't.
It really didn't. I was going to say if you jump in a motion, what is that called? And I was like, that's not how you. That's just jump. But yeah, no, Jump Force.
Yeah, Jump Force. We had some gameplay. It looks very fast paced. Not as fast paced as Dragon Ball FighterZ, I'd say. Bear in mind, all the comparisons I'm going to be making are to Dragon Ball games because I haven't played anything about Naruto or One Piece or any of that. Dragon Ball is the only thing besides Yu-Gi-Oh in the show in Jump Force that I have watched or played anything of. And to be honest, I don't think the way Yugi Moto plays in Jump Force is in any way similar to any Yu-Gi-Oh game.
No.
But yeah, we got some gameplay. It looks very fast paced, but not. It looks more fast paced than Xenoverse, but less fast paced than Fighter Z. Speaking of Xenoverse, it looked like there was a thing where, like, in Xenoverse, you've got all like your key moves and super attacks and what have you. That's exactly what they're called, super attacks. You press R1 and it brings up a little menu, and you press triangle. No, triangle. I play Xbox. Y, X, A, B, and it hits whatever's associated with that thing. Yeah. So, like, if you've got Y tagged to a Gallic gun, just like RTY Gallic gun, fuck them up. Yes, but so it looks like it's got that kind of thing because as I was watching it play, the little menu would come up on the side with that same kind of style with like this was on PlayStation gameplay, so it did have like X, circle, square, triangle associated with a move. So it does look like it has that kind of gameplay in a way. I would know if I played it at EGX, but I was not waiting in that.
Yeah, no, that was unbelievable.
But we did get some gameplay. We saw a bunch of the characters. I barely recognised any of them because obviously Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I can recognise the main characters of some of the other ones, like the One Piece guy and the Naruto guy, who is Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I don't follow any of the anime sort of stuff.
No. Yeah, I just really like Dragon Ball. The card game's quite enjoyable as well. But yeah, we got a release date for it as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be coming out on February 15th, 2019, hopefully.
Isn't that Valentine's Day?
No, that's February 14th.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, they're not fucking up anyone's dates.
This is why I'm single if I can't remember Valentine's Day.
Oh. No, you're single because you eat a burger with a knife and fork.
That's very true. Says the one that did it today.
Hey, I had a sloppy burger, alright? There was no managing that shit with hands. You would agree.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
You had no excuse your time.
Okay, alright, fair play. But yeah, 15th of February 2019, Jump Force will be released.
Yes.
And that will be on Xbox, PlayStation 4 and PC.
Yes. Sorry, Switch.
Yes, you'll probably get it eventually.
Oh, more than likely. But speaking of fighting games, Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Which will be on only the Switch. So.
Yes, it will be only on the Switch.
So sorry, Xbox, PlayStation and PC.
As always. But there have been some leaked characters. I'm putting quotations around that because there was a guy on Reddit who posted about this.
Ugh, Reddit.
So there, obviously everything posted on Reddit. Ricky.
Sorry.
Come on. Everything posted on Reddit has an air of doubt to it. But we supposedly have 7 leaked characters.
7?
So I'll just run through those characters now. We've got Shadow.
From Sonic.
Shadow the Hedgehog. I think he will be an echo character of Sonic.
Yep.
I think that's fairly obvious. Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah.
That took me by surprise because I was like, "That's a Nintendo. That's not Nintendo. That's Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft own those guys now. So obviously they've struck up a bit of a deal there.
Yes.
So that's fairly interesting.
Do you know what I was going to say? Such a stupid pun. Then I was going to say that's really rare.
Oh, get out!
No, I stopped myself. Well, I didn't stop myself. I still said it, but I questioned it and stated I questioned it, but still did it.
Oh, despicable!
It's not as bad as me just saying it straight up.
Moving on, we have Ken from Street Fighter, who will quite obviously be a Echo character of Ryu, who was already in the game. I believe he was the DLC for Smash Bros. Wii U.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isaac from Golden Sun.
Isaac.
I can't say I'm familiar. As we were saying, I think we personally would prefer if it was Isaac from Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
Just like
cool.
shooting tears and knives at people. We said that his ultimate would be Mum's foot just smashing through the stage.
It'd be phenomenal.
Then we got an even more obscure character to us, Mac Rider.
From Mac Rider?
Yeah, from Mac Rider. It was an old SNES motorbike. No, not SNES. Not even SNES. It was NES.
Yes, NES.
Motorbike game.
Yeah.
Looking at him, I thought he was an F-Zero character. I guess I was wrong. But just looking at him, he looks like he could be an echo of Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. I could be wrong. I'm going to save him for last, because that's someone that people have been wanting for a long time.
This is very true.
Yeah. And then we also got the Chorus Kids. Mm-hmm. Whoever the fuck they are. Even the article we read said that, and the Chorus Kids, for some reason.
Yeah, so we don't know who they are.
I don't know who they are. But the one that I was quite surprised at is Gino from Super Mario RPG, which people have been saying, he should be added to Smash, but they've always been saying it as like, it's just a dream that will never come true. If this leak is accurate, then holy fuck.
Yes, a lot of people will be...
Yes, because anyone
using extra large tissues.
Don't start. But yeah, anyone who hasn't played Super Mario RPG, it is a very good game. Very, very good. Gino was one of the characters that was added into that game and was never seen again outside of it.
Until
maybe now. A lot of people have been asking for him to return in some way, maybe like as a Mario Kart character or something. And they did taunt people quite heavily because I believe one of the Miis when they were added to Smash Brothers, one of their character outfits was a Gino outfit.
Oh no!
So they were fucking with people quite a heavy bit on that one. But now we might have him for realsies. So fingers crossed on that. I think people have been asking for Shadow for a while as well.
Yeah.
And Banjo-Kazooie as well. I would be surprised if they weren't asking for Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, but I think they were just saying it with an air of doubt because obviously Microsoft owned property.
But then again, when we say that out loud now, because it's a rumour, people probably just... Do you know what I mean? Like...
I was going to say that. I'm not holding out hope for Banjo-Kazooie. If it happens, then great. Because when you think about it, Nintendo and Microsoft have kind of been on each other's side a few times. Because remember when there was that whole argument about Sony not being on board with the cross-platform, both Nintendo and Sony were like, yeah, we're on board. It's fucking Sony, they're idiots. We're the guys. We got this.
Yeah, we them boys.
Yeah, we'll cross over with you, Microsoft. Not a problem. Mind you, Nintendo's fairly heavy on crossovers, especially with stupid fucking rabbits. Yes. Personal opinions aside. But yes, while we're speaking of Nintendo... They have a theme park in the plans.
Yes, Nintendo Land, I think.
Nintendo Land theme park,
which is a game that they released once.
Yes, it was. It was a Wii U game.
Yes, it's actually quite different. I had it.
You did. We didn't play it much.
No.
It's going to be in Orlando because I believe it's related to Universal Studios.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Probably near that and Disneyland and all that.
Yeah, but they had like a picture there. I don't know whether that was like official plans they had, but they had like a Mushroom Kingdom area.
Yeah, Donkey Kong area.
Hyrule, Hyrule for Zelda, Donkey Kong. They had a Smash area.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island. Wario had his own area. Luigi has his own area, which I was so happy. Yeah, they've got Luigi's Mansion area. I was so happy about that because they could have just easily just put him in the shuffle with the Mushroom Kingdom folk.
Yeah.
But no, he's got his own area.
I don't know whether I read it on that page that I sent you or if I read it somewhere else. Apparently they're going to do like a Rainbow Road type go-karting sort of thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Pretty cool.
What I was saying to you, and I really hope they do it, is that, like I said, they're going to have a Smash area. And obviously with a theme park, be it like a Nintendo themed theme park, they're going to have mascots of these characters going about. There will be a Mario, there will be a Luigi, there'll be a Yoshi, there'll be all them. Pretty much all of these characters that are being represented at Nintendo Land, except for Captain Toad, because he's going to have his own little area, are characters in Smash Brothers. So I'm going to be incredibly disappointed that if at certain times of the day, characters from their own areas do not sprint across to the Smash Stadium and have to fight each other.
Yeah, that'd be phenomenal.
Like Yoshi has to sprint from Yoshi's Island to the Smash Stadium, and then Luigi has to come up after him, and they just duke it out for a bit. And then the next one swaps in.
Could be a bit like Disneyland, because in Disneyland they actually have under tunnels for staff, so that like princesses don't go into the wrong areas and things. So they might do that to be like under passages, so they just end up in the stadium like hello.
But we did notice one thing. There was no Waluigi area.
Nope.
We were most disappointed. we said it would be quite funny if like obviously with theme parks they've got like music going on there. They'll have speakers all around the park. And we said that it would be really funny that if in between each song there's obviously like a few seconds silence, but you could just hear very faintly in the background a Waluigi crying because he's not involved.
Just be like the Me Maker music in the background, and then occasionally it's just the long pause is just like him probably crying in the background.
But we also said it would be amazing that if in the Smash Coliseum area there's just like a little cutout of Waluigi in the background somewhere crying because he's not involved.
Bless his little socks.
Don't get us wrong, when we want Waluigi to be involved, I want it quite a lot. Justice for Waluigi.
Hashtag it.
Hashtag yes. But yeah, maybe one of the leaked characters they forgot was Waluigi.
Yeah.
For Smash. It's got to happen someday. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very upset. DLC, make it happen. But that does it for all the Nintendo related news. And
we go on to a bit of PlayStation.
PlayStation. Do you want to take it from here? Because you know the most about this one.
I'm probably the most hype about it.
Yes.
So essentially,
I'm
back a fair while ago, they released a trailer for a MediEvil game.
Yes.
Everyone thought it was going to be a remaster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it basically was singular. It was a remaster.
Mm-hmm.
The team announced, I don't know who it was who actually announced it, but someone basically said, "Oh, MediEvil news coming soon." PlayStation yesterday said trick or treat. MediEvil will have a new trailer debuting on Halloween, obviously. Best time for him to do it at 3 p.m. UK time, and then obviously whatever times that is other places. And they've also said that it's going to be a remake and not a remaster, so it's going to be a hell of a lot better. Hence the reason it's probably taken them a hell of a lot of time to do, because I'd imagine the comedic value behind him as well will just be phenomenal.
Yes, but yeah. So wait, is it? It's a remake.
Yes.
So they're just like HDing the game.
Essentially, yeah. So instead of it's basically like what they've done to Crash and Spyro.
Right.
So instead of it being like, because a lot of games they just basically use the same engine, they just put it in like different engines or whatever. They've actually fully fledged all the map, all the games. Obviously same areas, same objectives and stuff, but obviously running. Yeah.
Yes. Well. That will be lovely when it happens.
Yeah.
It will be amazing if they're just like, you're going to hear more about it on Halloween. And they put up the trailer and say, yep, it's out now.
Yeah. Oh, because you imagine.
Because it's a fairly Halloween-y themed game when you think about it. It'd be amazing if they're just like, yep, it's out now. Have fun.
The fact that they announced it, I can't remember when they announced it, it was someone silly, like November 2016 or something.
I was going to say, it's been a while ago, so they could plausibly do it.
Yeah.
Theories. That's just a theory.
But yeah. Which probably would mean that there would just be a digital download. They wouldn't release it on disc if they were just going to do an out now sort of thing.
It's very true.
It'd be like Unravel 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it'd be like, if they were going to release it in disc form as well, stores would have it, and no doubt somebody would have blabbed by now.
I was going to say, Amazon, one of the Amazons would have.
Or like somebody who works in a game shop would just be like, oh yeah, we've got this in.
Yeah.
It's going to come out on Halloween. Trust.
But yeah. I'm the hype for it. I'll get it. I'll get it on PS4.
I would get it if I had a PS4. but I do not.
By the looks of all the trailers anyway, it'd probably be exclusive to PS4.
But it would make sense.
Yeah, obviously the other ones were.
Yeah.
But where they did Crash, obviously they platformed it over, and obviously Spyro, so you never know. And then going on to another PlayStation game.
And not so good news either.
No, Days Gone has been delayed again. It's
been delayed to April 26th.
Yes.
2019. It was originally delayed till February 22nd, but now it's been pushed back an extra 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months and 4 days.
Yes.
So,
like, it's easy to say, like, oh, for fuck's sake and what have you, but if they need to take more time to make the game just right, then crack on, whatever. As long as it's good when it comes out, I don't care.
I was going to say, a lot of big games from companies anyway, they say, oh, this day. And they're like, actually, no, it's going to be this day. Oh, no, it's going to be this day.
I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed a couple of times, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so...
They needed to get them horse balls shrunk.
Oh, they did. They needed to shrink those boys up real small.
But yeah, so that's basically all we really know. Obviously, all the gameplay's out there anyway, so people already know about the game. But does look like it'd be one hell of a game, and we're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Oh, yes. But shame. Good 6 months away now. Half a year. Damn,
son.
But we have some news for the PS1 and PS2.
Yeah.
Yes. They will now be usable with HDMI cables.
And we're not on about the classic.
No. Because, see, that's what threw me through the loop at first. Because when I first saw this title, I was like, wait, Sony releasing like an official converter for the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 where you can plug it into a HDMI. Because at first I was like, that seems like a very poor decision if they're going to be releasing the PlayStation Classic. Because why would you spend, like, how much are they selling it for? 90 quid?
Yeah,
something like that. Why would you spend £90 on a PlayStation Classic that's got 20 games on it, nothing more, nothing less, just 20 games on it, when you could spend less than that on a wire that you can just plug into your old PlayStation 1 and play any game you've got on the shelf?
Yeah. Or any game you can pick up.
Any game you can pick up. It just didn't really make sense to me.
Yeah. But granted, depending what they put on the PlayStation Classic, if it's 20 games that are stupidly expensive, so like some like Spyro, the original Spyro is like £20 a pop. Rayman, £20. Crash.
If they put Tomba on there, that's like £90 a game.
Yeah.
70, something like that.
So there you go. So I suppose if they did bring it out, then it's a good move and it's not a good move, but. Yeah, obviously a lot of hardcore PlayStation gamers have millions and millions of copies or whatever. So a HDMI for them is amazing. Obviously for people that like maybe like newer generation of kids that play games, and they're like, oh, my dad says this game's good, and they can buy the classic and it works out cheaper. But...
I mean, Final Fantasy VII being on there is already like half the price, I think.
Yeah.
So, well, or maybe like a quarter. I don't know, but yeah, even still, but yeah, just. Releasing the wire with that I thought was a bit strange because it seems like it goes against the classic, but looking into the article it's not a Sony endorsed product.
No,
it's being made by a couple of other studios. I can't remember the name of them, but even still I'm probably going to end up getting one, which because like being able to connect through HDMI means that we'll be able to easily record it for the channel so we can actually do what we're meant to be doing in our motto, which is any game, any generation. Even though we've just been playing 360 and Xbox One. So yeah, hopefully, if that all goes according, like, because just the timing of it all, and even as it said in the article, is for people who either don't want a PlayStation Classic or just didn't pre-order it in time or what have you.
Yeah.
And like to me, that just sounds like target material for Sony to aim a cease and desist at.
Yeah.
So if it does come out fine, it's supposed to be coming out mid to late November. I will try and get my hands on one.
Oh yeah.
Get it rocking. Get some Bomberman multiplayer on the channel.
You could play Apocalypse. You bought that today.
Yes, I bought Apocalypse today in a charity shop for £2. I've never heard of the game before, but you told me it was good. So if you're wrong, I'm
pretty sure I played anyway. I'm pretty sure it's a black disc with both the Apocalypse.
It's in your bag.
Is it?
Yes, we never took it out of your bag.
Right, we're taking it out.
We're taking it. Whoa, like right. Could we just back up for 1 second? They don't have visual, so all they heard was a zip and you saying we're taking it out. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you taking the actual Michael? Well, folks, that there is what we call an empty fucking box.
What? No.
You taking the Michael? Yeah, but like...
Right, your DVDs look alright.
The DVDs look alright.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's fine, I have the receipt, but I don't feel like I want to be that prick who returns something to a charity shop.
Oh no.
Oh.
To be fair, what's this meant to be? Die Hard 1, 2 and 3?
Yeah.
You got Die Hard 1, 2 and... Oh no, yeah.
Okay. This is when you go, yeah, you've got Die Hard 1, 2 and Apocalypse for the PlayStation 1.
Oh no, Kai.
Because it is, we've got Bruce Willis in it, see? It's Apocalypse starring Bruce Willis.
Kai, what's happened here?
I don't know.
How do I open this gate? Oh, like that. You got Timmy, that's all good.
Oh yeah, Timmy from South Park, the Timmy collection.
Well, we can't look at the disc, because Kai doesn't actually have one.
Yeah.
If it helps, I have the disc, I don't have a case.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Wow, that's charity shops for you.
If only we had a camera, you'd have saw the pure disappointment on Kai's face.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Where are we at? Yeah, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 HDMI cables. Get some classics on there.
Yes.
The Fallout 76 beta.
Oh. See, I didn't know this was a thing until I went round a friend's house who had pre-ordered it, played the beta, downloaded the beta. It kept going on and it said login, like, not authorised or whatever in your location or not purchased or whatever.
Yeah.
So he looked online, found loads of issues, reset his Xbox, re-downloaded it, all this little bits and bobs. I went on Twitter, because Twitter's always the best place to look.
Yes.
And it said that the beta is only available for 4 hours in each region. Obviously classified the regions. Again, I don't know, different times.
Yeah.
But the times for the UK was midnight till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's not
ideal.
it's not allowed, is it really?
That's not allowed.
Like, a lot of people, obviously a lot of gamers do stay up till stupid o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Personally, for myself, I could have easily had midnight till 4 o'clock because I had the day off work the next day.
What day was it? Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
I could have done it, but I was working at 3.
Yeah, but obviously for my old work friend and obviously personal friend outside, he had work at 6.
Yeah.
That morning. So his plan was maybe to fall asleep, play it, go to work, or play it for an hour or two, go to work, whatever. I think he ended up playing a couple of hours. He said it was all right, but he couldn't really get much done. For a beta, obviously Xbox got it a week early as well. So obviously this coming Tuesday, PlayStation have it. But again, it's at midnight till 4 a.m. So it's not brilliant for a beta.
It's really not.
It should have been available worldwide for 4 hours if needs be. Granted, I can imagine they didn't want the servers to crash. They probably had limited things. So this country can have it then, this country can have it then, this region can have it then.
Yeah.
But midnight till 4 a.m. was a bit of a piss take. When I think America got it from like 2 p.m. till 6 p.m.
Exactly.
So
that's what I mean. Like, things always work out for the other countries better than it does for us.
Yeah.
Because it's the same with Fallout 76, but I say in my case, I'm obviously a wrestling fan. I like WWE, New Japan, all that shit. WWE pay-per-views start at like 1 o'clock in the morning for us.
Yeah.
And if it's one of the big ones, it won't finish till maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. New Japan, obviously, that's in Japan, so they'll probably start at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to watch a decent pay-per-view, which obviously if you're watching WWE, you're not going to get.
Very true.
Yes, but like, if you want to watch a WWE pay-per-view, you got to stay up stupidly late. If you want to watch a really good New Japan pay-per-view, you're going to have to wake up really early. I just need the table with the mic on. Apologies. But yeah, now Fallout players know what it's like to be a wrestling fan. Any Fallout players who is a wrestling fan, they are just having a bad time. But yeah, like, it's just pretty shit in general. However, we do have a picture of the map, and it does look quite large.
Yes.
Quite large indeed. They did say it was supposed to be like 4 times the size of Fallout 4, Skyrim, or what have you.
It looked huge. IGN was the the source we got it from, and
Yes.
it tells you where everything is. So
Yeah.
if you don't want spoilers, then don't go on there to look.
We looked at it and I was like, why are they telling me where there's bobbleheads? That seems like a very poor decision on Bethesda's part. And I realised, oh, this is IGN.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, no, it did look huge.
Yes. That's about it for Fallout 76. Like, obviously, times in England, just, they're not ideal.
To be fair, jumping quickly to the map, it's probably got to be big. So do you think nukes are like the worst thing that can happen to the online world?
Yeah.
A nuke's going to take quite a lot of area.
You'd think.
So.
You'd think. But then again, in every other Fallout game, you've got a gun that fires nukes.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. Bear in mind, I think, though, the nukes you can grief people with in that are a lot bigger.
Yeah, you find launch codes with the group. You actually got to be social.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck that. Real quick. Extra real quick, because now we're into the rapid fire news.
Yes,
Rapid
just
fire.
to keep the podcast down.
Yes. So obviously, when we're looking about news and sending each other news, we will come across things that are interesting, but we're just not going to talk at great length about.
The way because you said that so quickly, then it sounded like you said when we send each other nudes.
Oh yeah, we do send each other nudes, but that's besides the point.
Shush.
Sorry, forgot we're recording. No, but some rapid fire news that just didn't quite make the cut, that we couldn't talk at length about, really. Although one of them I probably could have talked at length about, but
check out Kwade-Kade for a video coming soon.
Well, maybe. There's a lot of videos that's supposed to be coming soon over there, mate. But yes, rapid fire. So Borderlands VR, we have a trailer for it. I know there was some Borderlands that was supposed to be coming up, and a lot of people were hyped for. I think a lot of people were expecting Borderlands 3.
Yep.
Probably a little bit disappointed. I know I am.
Or a pre-sequel.
Or a pre-sequel. 2.8 or something.
All that jazz.
Yeah, take the Kingdom Hearts route. But yeah, that's got a trailer. Fable 4 is possibly in development. Question mark due to some job listings by Playground Games, who, yes, as we heard like just before E3, which was before we even started doing the podcast, they are the guys who made are behind the Forza Horizon series. Obviously, yes, they're quite close with Microsoft, and they've put out a job listing for a AAA RPG. So obviously, that's got a lot of people speculating: is it a new IP, or have they been given Fable? I'm kind of hoping for Fable. I would go for that.
The fact that obviously Lionhead Studios shut down in 2016, obviously it's never going to come from them. So
cutting in the feels. But yeah, the job listings are possibly hinting towards Fable 4. I've got my fingers crossed for it. MDHR, the wonderful studio behind Cuphead, have also put out job listings. They're putting out job listings for some 2D illustrators. Which got us speculating a bit. We're like, well, what could they be working on? Because obviously they've already announced the DLC for Cuphead. Yes. And you're not going to announce something if you haven't already got a team working on it and getting it done.
Yeah.
So it's obviously like, I don't think these illustrators are needed for the DLC. So what could they be working on next? Could it be Cuphead 2, or could it be another game, a new IP, but in like a similar kind of format, like the same stylized look to it?
They should do that. The Dark Souls Cuphead. Did you see that? Like the animation that there was.
No.
It was like Dark Souls in like Cuphead form.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, after this, you have to watch it. But
personally, what I would like to see is obviously Cuphead is like the old 1930s rubber hose style animation. Yeah. It'd be nice if in the next game it's like 1940s or 19, like they go up in the quality of animation. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so there's that. EA has confirmed that there will be no microtransactions for Command & Conquer. Yay. Is it just me, or is EA constantly confirming that their games are not going to feature microtransactions?
It's because they make so much off FIFA.
It might be just because maybe they got called out for their bullshit on microtransactions a while ago, so now they're super scared about it. Which, to be fair, I think with a game like Command & Conquer, that kind of needs clarifying, because it does seem like a game that could be heavily exploited by microtransactions. Maybe somebody could pass on the news to the people who make Assassin's Creed. This one just made me fucking laugh, this last one. So this is the last rapid fire news. Hitman 2.
Yes.
Sean Bean can be assassinated in Hitman 2. That poor bastard just cannot catch a break.
No.
every movie he's in, dead. Now every game he's in, he's dead.
And you can kill him in multiple ways as Agent 47.
Yes. I just want to point out, I do know one thing that he was in that he wasn't killed in.
What's that?
He was in a TV series called Sharp, and he played the main character, something Sharp. And he never died. Because obviously he's the main character.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
Trying to think what he's in. He's in Game of Thrones, isn't he?
He's in Game of Thrones, he dies.
He's in Lord of the Rings.
Dies. James Bond dies.
Oh, yeah, James Bond. Yeah, no, he's he's also dead in Hitman 2. Well, unless you don't want
the
to.
Man is essentially paid to die.
Then again, I suppose it's not bad, is it?
No, not really.
Here you go, have 20 million to die. Okay.
Yeah. At least he's not tied down by shit sequels.
Very good point.
But to be fair, I think he if he'd stuck around in Game of Thrones, he would have been a very, very, very rich man.
Yes, Game of Thrones is unbelievable.
Mind you, have you heard how much the cast of Big Bang Theory make?
Oh god, yeah, they're on their last season, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it's probably not going to be the last season, but I know that Sheldon, Leonard, and Penny get paid like $2 million per episode.
Yeah, because Penny,
Kelly Cuoco.
Yeah, she was in Why Him? That film that came out a few years back.
Yes.
And she played like essentially the Alexa of someone's house. Mm-hmm. She was like the voice with like the commands. She was like, "Oh, so and so, type play this music," and she was like, "Yeah, we'll do." And then there's a scene where they like have an argument, and she's like, "Oh, I just won't talk to you then because I get paid like £20 million to be on Big Bang Theory." So,
which is,
and there was a scene like that. I can't remember what specifically was said, but she basically said like how much she got on Big Bang Theory. She's like, "I don't even need to show my face in this film to know how much I make," sort of thing.
Wow.
It was sort of like break the fourth wall.
I was going to say, breaking the fourth wall a bit there, Jesus.
Yeah, it was quite funny when she said it.
But yes, speaking of films and TV shows, why don't we talk about some films and TV shows?
Yes, this is me now, because I'm going to talk about Venom.
Yes, tell us about Venom, Ricky.
Obviously, people know Venom as being a Marvel comic.
Well, they know him mainly as a Spider-Man villain, but please, carry on.
Well, yeah, true. But, yeah, so
technically he is in a comic, I suppose, so I'll let you off.
Yeah. So obviously the Tom Hardy plays the journalist Eddie Brock even.
You've seen the movie, I haven't.
To be fair, I'm actually trying to correlate it because it's such a long time ago.
Yes.
But yeah, obviously he plays journalist. He tries to take down Colton Drake, something like that.
No, I don't know.
Basically he's like a massive millionaire and a brilliant founder or whatever of this Life. Mm-hmm. It's this industry called Life. Obviously, they send out spaceships into space. Obviously, that's what spaceships go. And then they bring back the alien magma that is Venom, and obviously different variations of it. And they try and obviously they inbred it into animals to take over their bodies to use it. And because this guy is a billionaire, he thinks, "Oh, I could use Venom for my advantage and go to different worlds in the solar system and make life other places." Obviously, there's loads of test subjects, blah, 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 blah. He obviously accesses the basement. There's like sort of like a tramp that sits outside a shop that he always goes to, always gives her money. She goes missing, and he's wondering where she is. Obviously,
I take it this is Eddie.
Yeah. So obviously, Eddie goes to the bottom of this facility. She's there. Obviously, she's been captured by Venom. And then obviously she's pleased for help and stuff. Obviously it's not her, it's Venom. He breaks into the room to obviously help her. Venom overtakes him. He doesn't realise till he buggers off. Starts getting fevers, starts getting all these different symptoms, blah, 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 blah. And then Venom starts talking to him and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" and all this lot. And then essentially the film goes on. Everyone knows what Venom is anyway. The film goes on, and Venom obviously wants to use him to take over the Earth because every alien wants to take over the Earth. But because Venom on his own planet is basically a loser, nobody sort of liked him or whatever. Because Tom Hardy's, or Eddie, sorry, is played by Tom Hardy, because he's essentially a loser. He lost his wife, he lost everything, he lives in a bum out flat, pretty much eats like old food out of a can. Like, he's like, "You're a loser like me, so I'm going to help you." And then he tries to make him fall in love with his ex-wife, and it's like a romantic like thing and all this bollocks. And then essentially, obviously, takes down and helps Earth survive so it doesn't get taken over. So yeah, Obviously, a lot of people gave it shit. I'm probably not giving it the best of things, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty decent. And then, obviously, after the credits and stuff, the journalist that he is, because he's now obviously turns back to a journalist, gets told he needs to go to a prison to see the mass killer Red. He goes there. Woody Harrelson's there, being all evil and suggestic, and then it ends.
I can't remember the name of the guy, because I know who you're talking about, because Red or Red Venom or whatever you want to call him, his name is Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage.
Yeah, but I can't remember the name of the killer guy that he takes over.
Yeah, I think the best scene in Venom is they climb a skyscraper to drop documents onto a table of the journalist, like his old boss.
Yeah,
and obviously, yeah. So they go to the top of the skyscraper, and then Venom's like, "There's loads of men downstairs with guns," and they're like, "You need to jump out the window."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm not jumping out the window. I'm using the elevator." And he's like, "No, just jump out the window." And then he goes to the elevator and presses the button, and then Venom just goes, "Pussy."
Wow.
And it's brilliant the way he's done it. He's like, "Just jump out the window." He's like, "I'm not doing it." He's like, "Jump out the window." "No, jump out the window." "No." And then the next scene, he's in the elevator and he's like, "Pussy." And then obviously he gets shot the shit out of. But obviously Venom does his shit and kills them all.
Kwade-Kade. That's who Carnage is. And I've heard a lot of mixed things about this, because apparently it's kind of confused of what kind of genre it wants to be. Because there's people saying that it wants to be a horror, it wants to be a comedy.
It was rated
body
15.
cop.
Rated 15 because obviously of the horror feel. I wouldn't say there was a lot of horror in it. The only time it was scary is obviously because the alien, Venom, it's this sound frequencies that obviously escapes the body or that doesn't like it. So obviously when there's a fighter jet at the top of a skyscraper, obviously he loses control of his body, obviously Eddie. And then when he does an MRI scan to see what's wrong with him and things like that, and obviously when he tries to leave the body, it's all that sort of shaky face sort of thing and jumping into the screen. That's a bit fucking hell.
Yeah.
But other than that, if there's any it's obviously just the mass murder.
Yeah.
Obviously cutting people in half and eating people and stuff. A bit dodge.
Another criticism I heard, Jesse Cox, somewhat popular YouTuber, one of the guys on the Corruption podcast, he described it as a movie, if you're paying attention you hate it, but if you're just kind of drifting through it then it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because he was like, if you're paying attention to all the plot points, things will happen and you're just like, well, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Because apparently he brought up one part where it was apparently Venom only eats fresh meat, essentially.
Yeah.
Eat people or whatever. And there's one time where Eddie Brock eats chocolate and tater tots or something, and it makes Venom sick or something like that. But then at the very end of the movie, because he said the way they kind of set it up is at the beginning, Eddie goes into the mart and he gets robbed.
Yeah. And
he can't do anything about it because he doesn't do that shit. He's just like, no, I'm just going to hide back here. It's all good. But then, because obviously you've seen in the trailer, he goes back in there as Venom and, we are Venom, fucks him up.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, obviously this is going to have to bookend itself. When it gets to the end of the movie and you're like, well, they're going to have to find an excuse for him to go into the mart. It's like, well, what excuse can they come up with? Because if you're paying attention, you know that Venom only eats fresh food. Why would they want to go into a mart? And apparently at the end of the film, Venom's like, I could use some tater tots and chocolate. But you're like, but you ate that earlier and it made you feel sick. Why do you want it now?
Yeah.
But you go in there and then we are Venom. Credits roll. Yeah. So he said if you're not paying attention, you're probably going to laugh and enjoy it and whatever. But there's just a lot of split opinions on it from what I've heard.
Yeah, there is a lot of things. It got very boring. The first 45 minutes, Venom's not even a thing, and it's just a love story trying to get back with his wife. He's a bit of a bum and all that lot. And then obviously Venom overtakes him, and then he's still that in a sense, and then Venom's trying to obviously do his little thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's like, oh, you're a loser like me. And he's like, how do you know? And he's like, I'm in your head. I know exactly what's going on in there. And then it's like, right, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then his ex-wife's in the picture because she thinks she's mentally ill and all this lot. And then it's Venom being like, say this, say that, do that, and then he does, and then it's like they get back together, sort of thing.
Oh, no.
Although it never actually states that they get back together.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that Venom has a way with the ladies?
Yeah, essentially. In part of the film, he actually takes over his ex-wife because he has to, because Eddie's captured, and he can't be in Eddie, otherwise Eddie's going to be killed and Venom will be killed. So he enters his ex-wife, and she then becomes a badass, and then he says, obviously, to switch bodies, like, there needs to be some sort of physical interaction. It doesn't have to be. He can just jump from body to body if he really wants to. But obviously it makes her kiss thing. And then, like, they're snogging for about 10 to 15 seconds on the screen. Yeah. And then Venom's like, I've been in your body for ages, what are you doing? Like, sort of thing. Yeah. And then they're like, oh. Yeah. But it's a bit cringy, but a bit...
See, that's the other part I remembered it. Like, because he said... like people have said, like, it doesn't know what genre it wants to be, because there's like horror elements, there's comedy elements, there's like action buddy cop kind of things, but there's also like romance to it as well. And it's like I think a lot of people said that it's a movie that's so confused by its genre that the only thing you can compare it to is I can't remember the name of the movie. It had Marty McFly in it. Frighteners? Something like that. It's a very old movie, but it was that same kind of thing, like
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I wasn't too much. It was that same kind of thing where it's like, it's a horror, but it's a comedy, but it's a drama. And it's like, when you watch it, you're like, this isn't a horror. Because it's marketed like that way, but then you watch it and it's like, it's not a horror. And then they remarket it and it's like, no, it's funny. Yeah. But, yeah. But it's that same kind of thing. When did that screen turn off?
About 5 seconds ago.
Oh, cool. Thanks for telling me the countdown was on.
I didn't even notice it, to be fair. It literally just went off and then you turn around.
Saw me coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, would you? What's your final verdict on Venom? Would you say?
Well, at the end of the day, it made like 500 million on the weekend premiere, so it must have been a film in some sense. But
okay, this is the question I don't think many people have addressed about Venom. Have you seen the original? Well, not the original, but the Spider-Man films that came out like early 2000, like the Tobey Maguire ones?
No.
You haven't? So you haven't seen Spider-Man 3?
No.
Right, fair enough. Then you're the wrong person to ask.
Yes.
Because obviously there was a Venom...
I've always avoided Spider-Man until Homecoming.
So. To be fair, Spider-Man 1 and 2 are pretty good. Spider-Man 3? But like... the one question I've wanted to ask, like, if anyone actually does listen and get to this part, in the comments, if you've seen Venom and you've seen the Spider-Man 3, which interpretation of Venom do you like more? The one that's in Spider-Man 3 or Venom?
Yeah.
Because I'd
imagine a lot of people take Spider-Man from the way you're going off.
I don't know, because I don't think many people like Spider-Man 3.
To be fair, it's one of the most, well, not most. Yeah,
because like in that one, obviously Venom goes into Spider-Man as well. That's where you get the black suit Spider-Man from, and it like changes his personality, and he starts dancing down the fucking street or something.
I've seen that scene. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
but
the best way to watch that scene is without the music.
I was gonna say I've seen that one as well. The awkward thing where it's like,
yeah, because obviously he hasn't got headphones in or anything. He's just like, if you take away the music, that's just movie stuff there. So he's literally just walking down the street going, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah, it's proper cringe, isn't it?
Oh.
But thing. I'd probably give Venom like a 7 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I wouldn't say it's shit. Like I've never really followed the universe. I've never followed the comics. Never followed Spider-Man really. So to me, Venom's new.
Yeah, Spider-Man's never really been my thing, but I have always kind of thought Venom's pretty cool, just because he looks fucking beastly and all.
I'd probably say Tom Hardy saved it.
Tom Hardy's just fucking amazing.
Yeah,
he's like the most flexible actor I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah,
he's been Bane with a British accent. He's been Bronson. He was Bronson, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been the Craze.
Shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, he was the Craze, both of them.
Yeah.
Like,
came here for a fucking shootout.
Yeah, he's Mad Max.
I like boys.
What?
It's obviously was it Reggie that was like gay?
I can't remember.
But obviously he was only a giver, not a receiver, and in the film he's like, I like boys, but I don't take up the arse. Something like that. And Tom does it really good. Something like that anyway.
Yeah.
I'll probably just proper scrutinise that. But yeah, no. Yeah, I'll probably give it, like I say, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
Well, okay. Now, let's talk about something that greatly fucks me off.
Yes.
So there is it confirmed or is it rumour? I really hope it's rumour that never comes true.
I think it's sort of a bit of both. I think everyone's saying yes and everyone's saying no, sort of thing.
Well, the word going around is that Courage the Cowardly Dog is getting a fucking prequel series.
Potentially. Yeah, why?
Fuck's
leave
sake.
it how it was.
Yeah. See, it's Cartoon Network specifically that's doing this. They realised that so many people are like, 90s cartoons, they were so good. And Cartoon Network was like, well, if they want 90s cartoons, let's bring them 90s cartoons, but in the modern style. People will love that. It went over so well with the Powerpuff Girls, except no, it didn't. Yeah. No, it fucking didn't.
The fact that, like, Scooby-Doo is crap now.
Right, to be fair,
Tom and Jerry.
Scooby-Doo has been remade rebooted so many fucking times. It was crap in 2003.
Right, yeah, true.
I think the last good series was What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And then it just went shit from down there.
But it's like, obviously back in the day for us, we had things like the original Scooby-Doo.
The original Scooby-Doo.
Like the Cramp Twins.
Oh, the Cramp Twins.
The original Powerpuff Girls.
Wacky Racers, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Hong Kong Phooey, Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Animaniacs.
Like, Animaniacs, I did hear a while back that they were supposed to be getting a new series around 2019, but I don't know about that, because it depends on the studio that's remaking them. Because Disney have rebooted a few of their old cartoons. Like, they remade DuckTales, and obviously that was an immensely popular series from the 90s, but the remake, it wasn't as good as the 90s, but it wasn't
bad.
Disgustingly, like, what the fuck is this? It wasn't Powerpuff Girls. Warner Brothers, I don't know, because obviously the Animaniacs are the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister dot. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to see it, because like the thing is, the thing that made the 90s cartoons so good was they had that humor that they wouldn't have today. Like, they could get away with some, like, they had a joke in Animaniacs about fingering Prince.
Yeah.
They could not get away with that today. Like, things are so PG and so, like, we have to be nice. Like, it's crap. Like, because with the Powerpuff Girls, the thing that was so incredible about the original Powerpuff Girls series, like, yeah, you could say, oh, well, Powerpuff Girls, it's girly. No, I watched Powerpuff Girls and I fucking loved it. The thing that was so amazing about the Powerpuff Girls is you've got the exterior of these sweet, innocent girls, but they brutalize people.
Yeah.
They break bones. There was one where I think, which is the Bubbles, the blue one, like the sweetest, innocent one.
Oh, yeah.
She ripped off a dude's horn and shoved it through his throat. That was what was so cool about the Powerpuff Girls. You've got this exterior of sweet, innocent girls that will just brutalize fucking everything.
Fuck your day up if they need to.
But then you got the new one, and they go to school. They have a nice time. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is not. And Courage the Cowardly Dog is something that is just going to be devastated by the modern kind of thing. Because what was so cool about the Courage the Cowardly Dog is it could be genuinely terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, there are some episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog that even now I'm like, I'm a little fidgety.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And in the modern style, it's just not going to work out, because they're going to remake it and people are going to be like, well, we don't want to scare the kids. You know, we want to make it friendly. We want to make it enjoyable. We want to make a little plushie of Courage.
Oh, it'd be going to the park and chasing a stick.
Yeah.
It's just like... Yeah.
And he'll be scared of the fucking stick or something. Like, he'll think it's got legs, like a stick insect. He's like, oh, it's a stick insect. Meanwhile, the first one, you've got like a fucking demon that chases you through the fucking forest. Like, what was that one? Like the thing that was so disturbing about the original Courage the Cowardly Dog is they would use like different animation styles on some of the like the monsters and whatever. Like, there was one where there was like they used claymation on this like weird figure in the desert, and it looked fucking creepy and terrifying as shit, and it would like say these weird fucking things, and Courage is acting like I am, like the full on like running back into the house. Like, it's just not. It's gonna be fucking so bad.
Yeah, they just need to leave things alone.
They do. Like, the reason that shit was so good was because it was in that time, and if you bring it to this time, it's just not going to be the same because you can't do it as you did it then.
Yeah.
Like, there won't be as many edgy, scary shit in Courage as there was back then. Just like how there wasn't any brutal fights in the new Powerpuff Girls that there wasn't back then. Yeah. Look at Tom and Jerry. My favourite cartoon characters have been destroyed by the modern era. Yeah, back in like 60s.
They're like best friends and cuddle and kiss all the time.
Yeah. I was going to say, back then, they would fucking shove an iron down their throat, knock out teeth with golf clubs. Now you'd be lucky if they bopped them on the nose with a fucking newspaper. Mm. But it's always cartoon violence. It influences kids. I watched nothing but that kind of shit. I've never once been in a fight in my fucking life. No. I've dragged people out with them.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not being funny, like, I've never thought, oh, I'm going to pick up this golf club and smash his teeth in.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Because I've watched Tom and Jerry.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, I don't know. Like, they'll just keep doing it, though. That's the thing. Like, I heard something a while ago, like, Ed, Edd n Eddy would be getting a reboot at some point. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Ed, Edd n Eddy, but it's just not going to work in the modern time. No.
It's like I joked around with you saying it'd be Ben, and Benny.
Yeah. But it was like, cause think about like all the cultural things in, like, you think Rolf is going to be in the new series of Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Plank would be.
Plank would be, yeah. But do you think his mental, like, you don't think there might, because I mean, I think there was some mental challenge stipulations around that kid that had Plank.
Yes.
You know? I think there were some things going around with the kid with braces as well. You know, like, I mean, like, there's obviously all the cultural thing with Rolf, like, the way he was depicted, it wasn't racist, but it did have a stereotype to it.
Yeah.
Like, he was very, I want to say farmer-like, but he was farmer-like, I don't know. But you know what I mean. That shit just wouldn't fly.
Today, no.
No, he wouldn't even have the accent, I imagine.
Probably not.
No. Which is a shame, because Rolf is one of my favourite characters in the original series. You know, it's not going to be the same if, like, when, like, Ed and Eddie roll up and he's like, oh, hey, guys. When he's supposed to go, oh, hello, Ed boy.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Exactly.
Oh.
It's like Rugrats.
What's that?
They did redid Rugrats, didn't they?
Did they?
And that went to us.
I know they did a series where they were in high school.
Oh, no, I don't think it was that.
No.
I don't know. All I know is that I saw a picture of, obviously, of Rugrats, like how they were and what they were now, and it was like...
Exactly. My advice would be stop cashing in on the past and just try to make something good with the future. Look at Adventure Time. That was a fucking good show. It's done its course now. It's all finished up. But now, just work on something else. Make something else good. Because there was good cartoons that came out in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Adventure Time, regular show. Adventures of Gumball, or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Like, Gravity Falls. Steven Universe. There have been some fucking good ones. You are capable of making good fucking cartoons, so stop focusing on all the shit that happened years ago and ruining it. Because I'm never going to look at the Powerpuff Girls the same fucking way now.
Exactly.
I could talk for hours about this. I really could. I mean, you know me, I'm fucking like, I love animations in cartoons in all sorts of different ways. I mean, they remade Johnny Bravo, and that wasn't that good, and that wasn't even in the past, like, that wasn't even a recent remake.
No.
Can you imagine what it would be like if they remade Johnny Bravo today?
Oh, God.
It would be completely different, considering that he is essentially a guy who's trying to get fucked. Yeah. It would just not be good. The only one I would see that it would be hard to fuck up would be remaking Hong Kong Phooey, because there wasn't much like gritty fights in that or anything, and there wasn't really any offensive humour. It was just an enjoyable cartoon. But they'd find a way.
Oh yeah, they'd find a way to ruin everything.
Yeah. But anyway, before I fucking talk for years about this, yeah, your thoughts on Courage being remade?
I just don't think they should do it.
No, neither do I.
Just leave things like that in the book.
Leave things in there. Just focus on your, like, new things that people are going to be interested in.
because they're just the thing with TV shows is they can't physically make it better. If it's been done, it's been settled down, everyone loved it, that's fine. Like obviously, yeah, with films like animation films, sort of like you could go back to like Monsters Inc., Toy Story. They were like what we watched as a kid. They were what came out. Obviously, they brought out Toy Story 3. Wasn't as good as the originals, but it still was good in the time because obviously the parents would watch it with the children because they were like, oh my god, I watched this when I was younger. Same with like Monsters University, completely different, but it worked. Like big industries like Disney and big films can be done, but TV shows, unless it's done by the same people and the people that have got the bollocks to put it out how it originally was, it's no point.
And if you do have the bollocks to put it out as it originally was, yeah, cool, you've pleased the original fan base, but then you've got the newbies who are like, this show is offensive.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't like it.
And also as well, when they reboot or redo TV shows, they need to stick to the old school animation of it. Like when they like today's version of that would just be pure like, what am I looking at? Because it would be like looking at like a cute little pug all dressed up instead of like how it was.
I swear to God, if they changed courage to a fucking pug.
Oh, they probably wouldn't. It'd be the same sort of dog, but it would be more like cute and fluffy and more cuddleable instead of more like oh god.
See, that one I'm kind of on the fence about because I suppose you do have to update the style in some way, but as long as it still acts like, as long as it's still comparable to the original, and it's still like the same characters, same action, same kind of scenarios, then I'm fine with that. Like.
That's what I mean, but I don't mean like sort of a bit like Family Guy did. Like the original Family Guys, they look like arse when you compare them to the new ones.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's Family Guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know it's because it's sort of the same thing, and obviously it's the same humour and everything like that. Well, I wouldn't say same humour so much, but like it progressively got better looking and it worked. Whereas, like if you look at sort of like old school, like Tom and Jerry to now, there's a big difference, and it makes them look like they're cute and innocent, and that's what annoys me about it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like in some ways the style change can be alright. Like, I don't mind the new look of the Powerpuff Girls.
I've not seen it, to be fair.
No, like, I've only seen like screenshots. I haven't actually watched it, but I have seen like clips and people talk about it and whatever. Like, there's a guy on YouTube, Hot Diggity Demon, awesome name. He made this really awesome series called Brain Dump, which like he animated it all in 3D and whatever, and it looked fucking awesome for just like a 10-minute video. But like he would just talk about certain subjects or whatever, or movies or whatever. And he talked about Powerpuff Girls because he really liked Powerpuff Girls, like the original series, and he just crapped all over the new one.
Yeah.
But like just like from what I saw of the new style, it didn't look too bad. It didn't look like enough to hate it, but obviously the way the characters were portrayed and the way everything changed, that's what pushed it to, yep, fuck this.
Yeah.
If they change the intros to any of these things as well, because obviously I haven't seen the new series of the Powerpuff Girls, so if they haven't got that fucking sugar, spice, and everything nice shit, and then the fucking upbeat like thing, then I'm gonna be fucking no. And if Courage the Cowardly Dog doesn't start with "It's the Courage the Cowardly Dog show," I'm gonna no. And if that fucking old man doesn't go, "Stupid dog, you made me look bad," I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Like, I know it's a prequel, so it's not gonna be exactly the same.
But yeah, it just doesn't need to happen. Especially
it doesn't.
Well, anyway, we'll move on to your thing. You'll probably rant about this one as well. But
see, I can't rant too much about this because it is genuinely a horrible thing that has happened.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is a trending subject, but it's a trending subject that pretty much I am invested in quite heavily because it's based around wrestling, and it's the news that Roman Reigns, a guy that I'm sure many of you heard me talk shit about on many occasions, has come forward and said, yep, I have to drop the world title because I'm battling leukemia.
Yeah, a bit of a hard hit, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I was just like, well, fuck. Like, at first I didn't know how to react to it because like he was saying like he's been battling leukemia for like 11 years or something like that, and it went like obviously it went away, but now it's come back and he's having to take some time off to fight it. But my immediate response to it was like, this is a storyline. This is fake. They're just trying to come up with some story to get him over again. But I was like, no.
Yeah, they can't.
I was like, they couldn't do this. Like, they've got enough controversy under their belt at the moment as it is. What with them doing a show in Saudi Arabia, despite all the shit going on with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I just thought, no, like, this can't be a thing they're making. Like, if they are using leukemia to get Roman Reigns over, then that's just despicable. And I really doubt they're going to do that. So he must actually have leukemia. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah, he's come back as well, hasn't it? So he had it before.
I was going to say, yeah. But, like, these were all things nobody ever knew. They kept the fact that he had leukemia and he'd been battling it and why they are completely under wraps.
Yeah.
And then he just comes out like, yep, like, he literally came out as like, I'm not speaking to you as Roman Reigns, I'm speaking to you as Joe Anawahi. I'm like, well, oh shit, this is happening. But yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And see, again, I can't be horrible about this because he's got leukemia. The guy's on, like, battling some serious shit. But I know that when he does beat it and comes back, there is no escaping him being the guy.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a guy like Roman Reigns battle leukemia, come back from it, and just be in the mid-card. He'll come back, he'll win the championship within a fucking week, and he will be the guy, undisputed, no doubt.
Yeah.
And, like, on one half, I kind of understand, because dude's got leukemia, he was the champion, they wanted to push him to the top anyway.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm like, there are other guys who are deserving of the title. You can't just give it to someone because they've got leukemia.
No.
Like, that sounds horrible saying it, but there are other people who do put in a lot of work. Granted, they're not battling a life-threatening disease, but
at the end of the day, it's fair. I know it's entertainment, and obviously it's all fake and all that bollocks, but they still need to make it fair and reasonable for everyone else. Because otherwise, everyone now, like you say, everyone now knows that, like, oh, I've got a shot at being the WWE Universe Champion or whatever. Oh, Roman comes back in 3 months, I'm going to lose it, or whatever sort of thing. Like,
but like the thing is, they have been trying to get him over so much with the fans, and in case anyone doesn't know, over means like popular, like the guy that everyone loves him. But the fans have been so rejected to him because they know he's the experiment, he's the guy they want to be the guy.
Yeah.
But they're just like, well, what about, like, Kevin Owens? What about Cesaro? What about Seth Rollins? One of his buddies? What about Dean Ambrose, Braun Strowman? You know, what about these guys? Like, they're all, like, in many ways preferable to Roman Reigns to some people. I'm sure there are plenty of people who love Roman Reigns a lot more than any of those people. But WWE have always been so hard on, yep, Roman's the guy. Roman
all the way over.
Win the Royal Rumble. Main event, like, 5 WrestleManias in a row. Win none of them. But to be fair, he beat The Undertaker, which is a problem in itself. Well, to be fair, Undertaker shouldn't be fucking wrestling anymore.
I was going to say he's old now, isn't
he? Yeah, but he's still wrestling. He's going to be wrestling in Saudi Arabia with Shawn Michaels, who retired. But that's not the point. But yeah, like, if anything, they can say he's over now. Because, like, you can, like, I didn't watch the full episode of Raw, but I can imagine when he came out to the ring, people were booing him, because that's what people do with Roman.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want him, he's the champion, so they're just going to boo him. They were booing him every chance he was coming up to being the champion. They booed him when he won the Rumble, when he was fighting for the championship. They booed him when he won the championship.
They were booing him even when he was talking about this.
Exactly.
Until, obviously, he said,
yeah,
leukemia.
He's like, yeah, I've been battling leukemia. Then all of a sudden, just like that, immediate turn, he's the biggest face in the world. Face in wrestling terminology is good guy. Everyone loves him. They was like, oh, thank you. Like, literally, they started chanting, thank you, Roman. And I'm like, can I remind you fuckers that 10 minutes ago you were booing him?
Can I say that thank you was probably fuck you?
Yeah. It's just so strange. Like, but he'll come back and they'll finally have succeeded. Roman will be over. And he'll hold the championship longer than anyone has ever held it. Yeah. Longer than Bruno Sammartino, and he held the thing for 7.5 fucking years. But I doubt they'll have him hold it forever because I was thinking about this because obviously I'm a wrestling fan. I think about this shit because I'm a very sad and lonely person. Anyone who takes the title of Roman, if he comes back from leukemia, is going to be a massive cock.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to boo the fuck out of him. And I said, that could work out quite nicely if they want to establish a really good bad guy. Like, Kevin Owens, he's one of the best heels that's around today. If he came out, mullered Kevin Owens, mullered Roman Reigns, and Kevin Owens is a shit talker. Like, you can hear him in the ring. He will just be hellaciously belittling the guy because he's got that good timing and just that good, like, improv. He'll be in the ring kicking Roman about, like, oh, you should have just stayed at home after you beat leukemia. Maybe you should have let leukemia beat you or something. And you just know the crowd will just go fucking nuclear. He beats Roman, just gets the title. It'll be equivalent to how Sergeant Slaughter was in the 80s when people were threatening him with death threats because he sided with Islam.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. But that's the thing, though. Whoever then beats Kevin is going to be the biggest fucking face. Like, they could have Dean Ambrose, who has always been best friends with Roman Reigns, come out like, oh, you have just fucking completely shot all over my best friend who came back from leukemia. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Yeah. And then he does it, and then Dean wins, and then he's the biggest fucking guy in the world. And then Roman comes out like, I wanted that. And then everyone will start booing Roman again, and it'll be a perfect circle.
I have to wait and see what happens.
Yes, but
hopefully he gets over it quickly.
Yeah,
but...
don't get me wrong here. Like, as shit as they have portrayed the Roman Reigns character, Joe Anawahi, I wish you all the best, man. Like, obviously, I'm not an atheist. I am an atheist. I'm not gonna send a prayer your way because it's gonna mean fuck all. But all the best. I hope you do beat it.
Yeah,
and. Just fucking don't say suffer and succotash, son, again.
I say no bastard deserves shit like that. But...
Yes. I was going to say, I've never liked the guy I liked him early on in the Shield, but ever since they started pushing him as the guy, I was like, there's so many guys better than you. But I didn't fucking wish fucking cancer on the guy.
No. And talking of cancer, obviously that sounds really bad actually now.
I know where you're going with it.
Yeah, but a massive, I'd say, thank you, I guess, to Stand Up to Cancer. Obviously.
Yes, it's a lovely cause.
Yeah, raising shitloads of money. They raised 24.6 million, I think. Obviously, a lot more with the other donations coming through. So.
Means we've got our wristbands on.
Yes.
Representing.
Yeah. I was going to say, it means a lot to
They're
a lot of
also
people.
quite stylish as well, to be fair.
Yes,
I quite like them. Because usually with charity bands, it's just like a rubber band, but this one's got a nice metal bit on it. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Only 99p in your local charity shop.
Yes, if they still do them.
But, that's very true.
But, good cause. Good way of making money.
Yes. Right. I believe, sir.
We are on to top 10.
That is everything. Oh, yeah. No, completely forgot to mention. There is no Games for Gold or PlayStation Plus corner this time.
Well, there's leaked ones. But...
Yeah, there's leaked ones, but we don't... Oh, I was about to say we don't deal with rumours, but a lot of the things we mentioned have been rumours.
Yeah, but we don't deal with...
Yeah, until it's confirmed.
Yes, which will be in the next podcast. Obviously, they'll all be out by the next podcast.
Right? Oh, yes.
But I'll talk about them then.
Yes. But anyway, it's top 10 time.
Yes, and this week it's going to be a Halloween spooky.
Yes, because this is being filmed on the 27th of October, so by the time
it's up, it should be out before.
I was going to say, I'm probably going to try and get it up tomorrow, to be fair.
Yeah. Sunday podcast, isn't it?
Yes. But there won't, the next time we do a podcast, it'll be probably November time.
Yeah.
So it'll be too late to do anything Halloween month of terror themed.
So this top 10 will be dedicated to zombie games, and obviously the top 10 zombie games we have played.
Can we just point out how themed we've gone today? We forgot to mention Paul's here.
Yep.
We've got a pumpkin carved out. We've called him Paul.
Yep. We've also got a dancing pumpkin in the background.
Yes. You know the one.
Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
That should be enough for it.
Like we've said many times before, every time we do a podcast, we've got something playing on the fucking TV.
Yeah, we've had drones flying over mountains. We've had fireplaces. We had Goku's
going Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah. And now
people
we have,
reacting to it constantly.
Yeah, and now we have a dancing pumpkin along with Ghostbusters theme.
Yes, I believe it's like an interpretive dance guy. He's in a lot of memes. I'm sure people know who he is. Well, they don't know who he is, but God, he's so talented.
Yes.
So talented. But anyway, yes. Halloween. So we are going for the top 10 zombie games. Now this is a bit more difficult for you because you don't play as many zombie games as I do.
Yeah, I'm not a massive zombie fan, to be fair. I like zombies, I watch zombies, I play zombies, but I don't know, it's just one of them things that I just think's overdone.
Oh, it is overdone, but I'm a sucker.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more shit than there is actually good
zombies. Horrible zombie games, which makes these ones extra special.
Yeah. But coming in at number 10, it's probably not a zombie game you think you'd love to see, like Axes to Faces and all that lot. I've got Plants vs Zombies.
Plants vs Zombies. What a classic.
Yes. This is obviously the original like arcadey type, not this Garden Warfare or anything like that.
Yeah, you're not going for Garden Warfare or anything.
I used to play it a lot on mobile, I used to play it a lot on my PC, and I used to play it a lot on the Xbox.
I was going to say, to be fair, I do like the older ones.
Yeah.
It's
fun. It's strategical.
It's like a nice defense kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Garden Warfare and that, like, apparently it's good. I've played it a little bit, but I think it's just a bit meh.
I think the only time I ever played Garden Warfare was when they had it set up a game or something. You could just play like around on a tester for a bit.
Yeah. It is free with access, I believe, but I personally wouldn't play it.
No, I'm good to.
Yeah, that's my number 10. Obviously, everyone knows what Plants and Zombies are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My number 10 is not on console.
Ooh.
It is on PC, but it's not on Steam. It is a web browser game.
First ever web browser on the top 10.
Yes, by the name of The Last Stand Union City. So The Last Stand was a game I used to play in like high school, middle school, where you're literally just a guy behind a barricade, zombies come at you, shoot them down, and like in between the nights, you can search for buildings in the area for like guns, other survivors, traps, shit like that. And the second one was very similar, except it was more guns, more survivors, more places. But then they made The Lost and Union City, which is a side-scrolling RPG, and it is very enjoyable actually. Like you customize your character at the start, you set up the stats, like you can set it based on a career, so like you can say your guy was in the army and he'll have sidearm training or whatever, or you can say he's a chef and he knows how to use a blade. Kind of dude up.
It's got a knife.
Got a blade. And there's like a story going through. You're trying to get back to your house so you can find your wife or girlfriend or whatever, but she works at the hospital, so she's obviously busy at the hospital dealing with all the infected people. So you go to the hospital, you find a note from her saying we've all been taken to the stadium. But during the time, like you can go into buildings on like loot all the drawers and what have you. It's like a open world 2D RPG.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's free to play. It's a web browser game. So if you sat at a computer now, someone just open up another tab, give it a go. It's very enjoyable. You can find like Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifles and just blow out the fucking screen. But yeah, like you can find all different gear, you can put bandanas on and what have you. You can you can look like a proper like bandit kind of thing, and then you just find your wife at like the stadium and be like, "Hi, honey."
Hey.
And she doesn't question. It's like, "God, you look like fucking Negan out of The Walking Dead." And you're just like, "Well, I've got a bat, and her name's Lucy, not Lucille." Copyright purposes. But yes, Last Stand Union City. Play it now. Either another tab, listen to us in the background.
Yes, yeah, you might as well because there's no video or anything to watch.
Exactly.
So coming at number 9 for me is House of the Dead Overkill. I played this predominantly on the Wii.
I believe I played it with you one time.
Oh yeah, I believe you did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a pro at it, but I've seen you very good with Wii and shooting.
You do. You're a proper dick.
Whenever it comes to like Mario Party and it's like shoot the target first or like throw a dart.
There was one on Wii Play as well.
Yeah. The ducks and stuff.
Yeah, you just like.
Yeah, I've got a quick draw. I have to admit, I must have been a good old cowboy in the back in the days.
Going back to Red Dead again, aren't we?
Yeah.
I bought the good, the bad, the ugly today, just because I'm in an old, like a Western mood.
Good old Clint Eastwood. At least you got that in the case.
That was up there. That was from CEX. I know that's in the case.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So obviously, House of the Dead Overkill. Obviously, you can get them in arcades as well.
Yeah, I don't think Overkill was in arcades.
No, I think House of the Dead was obviously Overkill wasn't, but. Yeah, we play. I think, like you said, I think we played it. Obviously, like I say,
I really like the
hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, I really like the House of the Dead arcade games. I remember living at the holiday park I used to live on, and they had House of the Dead 4 there, and it's the one with the Uzis.
Yeah.
The best one was like, obviously my dad worked there, that's why we lived there, and I knew all the guys who ran the arcade. And one day the guy just came up to me and was like, "Here, you come here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Takes me over to the whole House of the Dead machine, opens it up, flicks a few switches, like, "There you go, you got 6 lives, have fun." I was like, "Oh." I could have just like picked up one gun and just be like, 6 lives out of this. I was like, "No, I'll have 3 lives with 2 guns, thank you." It was amazing.
But
overkill. Very, very enjoyable, especially seeing as it holds the record for the most time fuck has ever been said in a game.
Yes, yeah,
that's very doesn't true. Have Sam Jackson in it.
Yeah. It should do.
Yeah, but it's got an outrageous story. It's quite funny as well.
Mm.
I'd also throw an honourable mention to Typing of the Dead, which is like the original House of the Dead, but instead of aiming a light gun, you have to like type out sentences. Yeah. That's quite. My favourite thing about that is they edit the cutscenes. So instead of like when your character's walking around in the cutscenes with a gun, it's got like a keyboard strapped to his chest.
That's pretty good.
It's great. But yes,
that's my number 9.
That's a fine number 9, sir. My number 9 is a classic, an SNES classic, the hit title "Zombies Ate My Neighbors." Oh God, what kind of style of game is it? It's not top down, but it's a top down like perspective. It's top down in the way that Pokemon is top down.
Yeah.
Isometric? I don't know. But yeah, you're just... It's pretty much... You're a kid. You're in your neighbourhood.
Yeah.
You're going through like back gardens. You're going on trampolines, jumping into other gardens, head mazes. But there are zombies. And I believe they ate your neighbours.
I think they must have.
Yeah. It's ridiculous though, because you're fighting them off with water guns. And like you can save people, like you'll find like a baby or you find a person and you collect them and you get points. And you can find like soda can bombs and shit. It's ridiculous, but it's fun. It's quite. I've only played it a few times, but I'm not very good at it. But I did find it quite fun. Like it's very colourful. Like kids got fucking 3D glasses on for some fucking reason.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't really got much to say about Zombies Ate My Neighbor. It's just really enjoyable. Like a giant baby is a boss.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never played it personally.
Enough said, really.
Yeah. Giant baby. Coming in number 8 for me is Resident Evil 4. I didn't play it a lot, but obviously I did play it.
See, that one's got some speculation behind it though, because is it a zombie game?
I'm going to go ahead and say yeah.
Yeah. Like,
we watched a few other top 10s just to clarify with some games.
Yeah.
And
the way we looked at it is like it's some form of parasite that has infected a person and that therefore a zombie.
Yeah, that actually should be a claimer. Obviously we put zombie games, but it is also like infected games of what could be perceived as becoming or transforming into a zombie, I'd say. If
you don't agree with us, then consider it Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. We'll just say Resident Evil.
Yeah,
but no, it was like I said, I didn't play it a lot, but I played it enough to know that it was a very good sort of game. That's why it's so low on my list. It would be higher, obviously, if I probably played it more. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's the game that most people, like you say, Resident Evil 2 is probably the one that everyone would be like, oh, that one's the better one.
Especially lately, seeing as there's a HD remake on the horizon.
Yes, and it looks phenomenal, to be fair.
Oh, it does.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I can't really say a lot about it, but it was good for the time I played it.
Yes. My number 8. Sorry. Ooh, excuse me. My number 8 is a game by the name of Killing Floor 2. Game that came out a while ago and is regularly updated, which is always nice to hear.
It was updated recently with Halloween stuff.
It was. It was updated around the time of E3 as well, if you remember. Yep. Yeah, it's like a wave game. It's been a long time since I've played it. I will be honest, but you come into it and there's a store and you can buy guns and then you have to fight off a wave and then you can buy traps, more guns. I think it does have a lot of team focus. Like you go in a lobby and you group up with people.
Yeah, you can have like medics and assaults and supports and stuff.
Bosses at the end of it of the waves and whatever. And
it's up to 10 waves and on the 10th wave you have the boss.
Yeah,
the big boy.
If I remember the boss, like obviously I'm guessing it's different bosses with each map or what have you. But the boss that I remember fighting was a cock. Not like a literal cock. I mean, he was mean.
Yes.
He was nasty. He was
He
was proper filthy. But yeah, like it's a game that I keep meaning to get because every time the sales roll around, I keep forgetting they're happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, killing fuck
Again.
Yes. But yeah, it's a very good game. I'm probably going to get it at some point again. But like I say, I've played it before. Had it play it on my uncle's PC. He's got a very good PC.
Very nice stuff.
Yes. Yeah, that's my number 8.
Cool. My number 7 is Dead Island.
Dead Island.
So I didn't really enjoy this game, but for a zombie game, I thought I had a good premise. I think if they actually ever release 2, they can do good with it.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I keep forgetting 2 is a thing.
I'm going off the first one because I never actually played. I don't think I actually played Riptide.
I played a bit of Riptide.
I played this. I think I played this online with you, Ample, once. Before.
Yeah, it is more enjoyable when you're playing it with other people.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably why it's actually hit my list because it's fun to be with people because there's not a lot of well, there is a lot of zombie games out there that you can have more than one person and enjoy yourselves with, but it's one that you sort of, it doesn't matter who you are, sort of thing, like because of the level system and obviously the weapon system and stuff. Like it's not sort of like class set. It's not anything like that. You can just sort of go in and it is and it isn't.
I was going to say it kind of is because each character has their
their
own traits. Like, I think what's his name? The rapper guy. He's good with like punchy weapons. And the guy with the mohawk is good with throwing shit.
Yeah, true.
And the lady's good with blades, and the other guy's good with guns.
but like I thought, because I sort of just jumped into a world, I think, with both you and Paul, and then just picked up crap, hit zombies around the face, got to like into a room with like level stupid amounts, and like I say, I only just picked it up, and I was like, ah, and then obviously the others were able to come in and kill. But yeah, it was just quite. It's sort of not that realistic, but it was sort of quite a good. Could be a lot better, but.
It left a lot to be desired from the initial trailer.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, it is enjoyable. It is very enjoyable. It didn't make my list. I didn't even put it on honourable mentions, now that I'm thinking about it. But it would be on honourable mentions, I'd say. It is, yes, I like some of the crafting things you can do. Like, you can make all sorts of dirty weapons.
Yes.
Like a baseball bat with a fucking saw blade in it.
Why the fuck not?
But Dead Rising did it first.
Yes, exactly. Dead Island is a poor man's Dead Rising.
I think it does enough different.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Definitely does enough different. But just Dead Rising does its things better. But yes, my number 7, if you are done. My number 7 is Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, obviously, I know Call of Duty isn't zombie, but it has its own zombie mode. Yeah. And I went with Black Ops just because it feels like the best zombies experience to go with.
Yeah.
Because even without DLC, you've got Kino de Toten 5, which are 2 excellent maps, Kino de Toten especially. But if you get the DLC, you've got maps like Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, Moon. And with the Moon DLC, you get access to the original map, so you get Nakto Toten, Verrucht, Shinonuma, remember his name eventually, and my favourite, Darius, the Giant.
Satsuma no Shima, is that on there?
That's on Black Ops 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Black Ops 2 when they had Transit. It's to be fair, Black Ops 3 zombies also very, very good.
Yeah, especially the Zombie Chronicles, because you can jump from like where to where, can't you?
Yeah. They also had some very enjoyable maps in Setsubo no Shima, or Satsuma no Shiva, as we like to call it. That was a very enjoyable map. The only map where I have completed the Easter egg. Because I think I did it at your house, didn't I? And I got quite hype about it because I did it solo.
And then you were annoyed because I think you unlocked the achievement for me, not yourself.
Yes, that's very true. Bastard. There's also a Der Eisendrache, which is probably my favourite map they added for that. Shadows of Evil. At first, I didn't like it, but eventually I was like, no, it was pretty, it's pretty good.
Yes.
But yeah, I do so enjoy Call of Duty Zombies, but I believe Black Ops 1 was where they were at their best.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 I think was the first one that I really sort of picked up and played.
Nice.
And then went back to World at War, then Black Ops 2, and then Black Ops 3.
See, what I really liked about like the early ones, like especially in World at War, is that the story was just kind of hidden. And you could like pick it up, and then things started really kicking in Black Ops 1, because obviously with Moon, that's where shit got real.
Yeah.
Because that's where Richtofen, well, he fucking destroyed the world.
Yeah.
But from what's happening in Black Ops 4, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really haven't a fucking clue. There's 2 Richtofens, one of them kills the other one, and not in the way we saw at the beginning of Black Ops 3 where he comes out with a fucking time machine and kills the old evil Richtofen. No. The good Richtofen that we were working with before was killed by some other Richtofen, but I can't tell if he's evil, but he's with the new guys. Like, he's with the new Nikolai and the new Takio and the new Dempsey, and then, because that's... But it was confusing because it looked like it was between the Russia one with Nikolai and the Chronicles map.
Oh, okay.
Because the whole thing people were making a big deal out of is they had the vials of their own blood for insurance policies, and they have it in the Russia map. I can't remember the name of the map, the one that's themed around Nikolai. They have them in that map, but when they get to Chronicles, they don't. And in this cutscene, you find out that the new Richtofen, it says we don't need these, and throws them on the floor and whatever. We don't need them, whatever, and leave the other Richtofen to die. And then they go to Chronicles, and it's like, what?
What the hell?
What's happening? Can I trust this Richtofen? What about the old Richtofen? Did he do something wrong? I don't get it. I don't know whether there's something I missed. I don't know. I haven't really been as interested to look into it, but part of me is like, now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, I kind of want to look into it.
Sort of need to.
Yeah. But yeah, Black Ops Zombies.
Is your number 7?
This is like the kind of story that goes with it. I like it. Yeah.
Number 6 for me is a game that I've picked up. Didn't play a mass amount of. Liked playing it with friends. It was Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, never did.
I also bought this in a charity shop for £1.
Did you?
Yeah.
Bastard.
Oh, I know. Banger, wasn't it?
I think I got it on PC during the Steam sales.
Very nice.
Yes.
It was also that the same day I bought Left 4 Dead 2 for £1 was the same day I bought Split. You know that film, like...
Oh, yes, I know.
Which was about a tenner, and I got it for £2.50.
Yes. I remember. I was there.
No, you weren't.
I was there for
afterwards. I met you afterwards.
I was pretty sure I was there for Split.
Oh, no, you were there for Split.
I was going to say, because you were asking me, like, this can't be the new movie Split. And I was like, no, that's the new movie Split. For £2. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, so yeah, Left 4 Dead 2. The mod's on it, amazing.
Yeah, like,
that's PC, though.
I was going to say, I modded the fuck out of mine on PC. Like, Nick was Frank West. Coach was Lee Everett. Some good shit.
Yeah. It was, it was a good time, good fun.
Yeah. But even like without mods, it's like a really enjoyable. Like,
yeah,
each
it's still well done.
Like half an hour or so. The Dark Carnival's my favourite, personally.
Yeah, I was going to say that, actually, yeah.
Oh shit, guys, it's killing! Yeah.
I think we might be able to pick up on that a bit later when we do our recap.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
So, but yeah, no, that's all I can really think of at the moment. I'll think of a bit about it later.
Well, okay then. Well, my number 6 is, I believe, the newest game on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely the newest out of mine.
State of Decay 2. Now, I played State of Decay 1 quite a lot. Did quite a lot in that bad boy. And then State of Decay 2, you know me and that Xbox Games Pass. So I got it day one for free with the Games Pass. Well, I say for free. My monthly subscription, which was with a mere $7.99. And I get access to wonderful games like State of Decay 2 and other many other games.
Sea of Thieves.
And Forza Horizon 4 when that came out on the day, you know, in big AAA games. Fun for free.
Yeah.
But yes, enough. No seriously, no sponsor.
That's the point, actually. We didn't say it. Apparently, Get Xbox Games Pass is going to transfer to PC.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
So...
yeah, throw that in the middle of nowhere.
That's all right.
Don't know how that's going to work. Oh, it'll probably be through the Windows gaming thing.
Yeah.
It could be interesting.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yes. So State of Decay 2, it is very enjoyable. It adds enough to the first game for it to be considered better than the first game, because I don't think they take anything out to make it worse, and they just put plenty in to make it much more enjoyable. Obviously there's co-op now, which is something I was very disappointed with in the first game, because I remember talking to a guy at college, which was a long time ago when I first started playing it, actually. And I remember saying about co-op, and he was like, "Oh, it's not, co-op isn't in that." I was like, "Really? That seems like a game that would be very well suited to co-op." And lo and behold, we have it now. The big old fat berserker zombies are still there, and they are still fucking assholes.
Shitting on it.
But yeah, like, there's just so much more variety on what you do, and this is like other ways of getting around things. It's very enjoyable. It is very, very enjoyable. I know I haven't said much, and honestly, it's because, again, it's been like a good month and a half since I last played it, so it's not fresh in my mind. But yeah, State of Decay 2, I would definitely recommend it if you haven't played it, especially if you've got the Xbox Game Pass.
I've not yet played it. I've got State of Decay 1. I don't think I've really actually played that either.
Well, State of Decay 1 is also very good. I've actually completed that many, many, many times.
I was going to say you liked that game.
I did like that game. I liked it a lot. But yeah, that's State of Decay 2.
Very good stuff.
Yes.
Leading on to my number 5, which is... And think about it again, Kai. Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption. Undead Nightmare. To be specific, I'm guessing.
Yes. If they don't do Red Dead Redemption 2 Undead Nightmare, then why are we here?
Yeah, I want Red Dead Redemption 2, Undead Nightmare 2.
Yeah. Picking up where Kai left off, obviously it starts off with Uncle. Or
yes.
as John used to call him, the old man.
Yes.
Obviously turns to a zombie and tries to have you.
Mm.
Obviously you leave and then everything's basically dead. Everything. Bears and more bears and horses. And
also that awesome skeleton zombie horse thing you can get. Oh,
that's beautiful.
Oh, daddy-o.
Obviously there's a little bit of a campaign to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very different for a game to do.
Yeah. It was like a very out there expansion for them to do, but it turned out to be one of the most popular expansions that's ever been made.
And it was a standalone game as well.
Yes.
Obviously, you could get it as DLC or just buy it as a standalone game.
I was going to say, we saw it for £5 in TX.
I was going to say, I think it's been a £5 for a while, because I picked it up for a £5.
Oh, right.
So.
Lovely.
But yeah. But yeah, it was good fun.
But yeah, I definitely want to see it in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It would be very cool.
It'd be awesome if like it happens in this one and then something happens to Uncle which leads to him turning into the zombie later.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, do you need to say much more? You get like a fucking blunderbuss and shit. It's awesome.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, anyway, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is one that's already been mentioned.
Ooh.
Resident Evil 4.
Ooh.
Resident Evil 4. Now, obviously, there is a down note to this game, with it being half of it being an escort quest, which is one of my least enjoyable things in a game. But it's not the worst escort mission in the world. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's got the right amount of creep to it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's many this. The thing is with Resident Evil 4, it's on that verge that many people see. It's like it's between the horror of the first few games and the all-out shooty shit of 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And the thing that I think puts a lot of people off is a lot of things that happen in Resident Evil 4 do kind of happen in Resident Evil 5. There's kind of a few reused things, I think. I believe from... I don't know. I feel like I'm remembering things correctly, but I feel like one of the... there's this big troll thing that appears in 4, and I feel like it's in 5 as well. But I'm probably wrong about that. But Resident Evil 4, it's... like, anyone who comes face to face with a regenerator or whatever the fuck they're called and tells me that they are not a slight bit intimidated is a liar. Because those things, you can rinse a mag of fucking bullets into them and it will get up.
I was going to say, it just doesn't die.
No, there's a reason they call them the regenerators. It's because they fucking regenerate. It's not something you want to come across ever. Forget lickers. Forget hunters. Right? I do not forget giant fucking zombie crocodile. I do not want to come across a fucking regenerator because they just look creepy as well. Like, they've just got there's no big spiky or zombie design to them. They're just these kind of big smooth looking alien type things, but they got the big gnashy teeth.
Yeah,
and they just waddle towards you and they just fucking grab you and you're like, no, go away. And then you plop them on the head and they drop down. You're like, whew, it was a weird looking zombie. And then it gets up and starts walking towards you. You're like, oh, oh no. Try that again. Plop, plop. Goes down. It's up again. I'm like, okay, I see how this is going. Mommy! But yeah, this is the creepy cult and that weird little gremlin dude. This is so much cheese, but so much awesomeness to it at the same time. But again, if you don't consider it a zombie game, Resident Evil 2, take that one. Yeah. The way I can't remember the name of the guy, but the final boss, the way he changes from this kind of pretty intimidating guy where his whole arm is just infected by T-virus to this just disgusting looking thing. Just it's not even walking towards you. It's just eloping over itself towards you, and you're just oh, it's like a wall of teeth, and you're like, oh god.
Oh no.
You took too much T-virus, my dude. You need a real back on that shit. Just put a drop in.
Oh, it's all good fun.
Yeah. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 is very good.
Very, very good. Very, very cute. One puff fish.
Also, Dr. Salvador with his fucking chainsaw can fuck himself. It is no fun when I'm playing a game and I'm like, right, I've got him. I've got a few shots in, clap, 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 and he just walks in, just straight through me.
Didn't get that far, but I've seen.
He's in the opening village.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have then.
Yeah. I played it a lot of the Wii version more than anything, which isn't the ideal way to play it. I hear it's quite good on the GameCube overall. I've got the PlayStation 2 version up there in a nice steelbook.
Yours.
Very sexual.
Got it before I did.
What?
Got it before I did.
I got it before the person who worked there. They expressed quite open disappointment.
To be fair, there was one in there a few weeks back.
Yeah. Because I remember buying it and they were like, oh, if I knew we had a steelbook of it, I would have bought it. I was like, well, you should have looked at your shelf then, shouldn't you?
Prick. Yeah. Anything else?
For
your number for Resident Evil?
Leon's cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
He kick real strong.
Moving on to number 4, mine is Dying Light.
Ooh.
I only played a little bit of it with my nephew.
Yeah.
Ironically, he shouldn't be playing it because he's not under the age. But what I could gather from the trailers and stuff, obviously, a zombie game.
Zombies.
Kill them.
Yep.
If you don't kill them, you're screwed.
Hardcore parkour.
Yes, very, very hardcore parkour.
Yeah.
Don't bother fighting at night. Literally, these bastards are stronger than ever in the night.
Oh, yeah.
So it reminds me a bit of I Am Legend.
You
could pick them off because they're weakened sort of thing, but at night, don't even try. You ain't going to live well.
In I Am Legend, they're not about during the day, are they?
Well, no.
Yeah.
That's just true.
But then when you go out at night, they're just all over the place. And you're like, no.
Yeah. But obviously, as most typical zombie games do, you can combine weapons and electrics to swords and stuff, and that helps out. There's loads and loads of different things.
See, the way I saw it was like a Dead Island, but with parkour.
Yeah, essentially. It was meant to be. It was said that it was a sequel to Dead Island. Obviously, It was denied by the company, but that's what people thought. It literally is exactly the same sort of aspect and things. Yeah. But yeah, you find obviously there's a side quest. You have to go to the cargo drops and things, but obviously people take it over and try and kill you.
Yeah, and we've got Dying Light 2 coming up on the horizon.
I think isn't it already done?
Dying Light 2?
Yeah.
Where hasn't been released yet?
I know the following had, which was its DLC.
Yeah.
So I think I might be thinking of that. But yeah, no, it's good. I imagine I never played multiplayer, but apparently multiplayer is unbelievable.
Yeah, because I swear in multiplayer you can become those big fucking nasty fuckers at night.
Yeah.
I'm not dying like 22. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling fucking 22. Yeah, no, it's not that yet.
No.
Fucking knob.
Yeah, like I said, I think I was thinking of the following.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously you're in a quarantine zone. Can't remember what the city's called. Can't even remember what the protagonist is called. I think it's like Carl or something.
I don't know. I haven't played it.
But yeah, no. So like I said, I played it with my nephew, and all that good shiz. He actually uploaded it on his. Well, actually, he did upload it onto his gaming channel, but then he deleted it because he deletes all his videos.
For some reason.
Yeah, he like uploads them, gets like 10 views, and then deletes them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't like. He's very sort of particular in what he does.
Well, whatever.
But yeah, no. He enjoyed it. I watched him play it. I played it a little bit, and it was quite enjoyable. I think it could be a good game. Dying Light 2 would probably be phenomenal. Because apparently it's like the water towers and stuff in it.
Yeah, there's like a lot more like with people going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. My number 4 is another one that people can say, oh, it's not a zombie game, but it's The Last of Us. And it is a zombie game. Shut up. It's a terrifying zombie game because it's something that could actually happen. Because the fungus is real. And it's not good. It's not good.
I was going to say, it can definitely not be ideal for
you. But
you.
yes, now, I mean, like, if you need me to explain to you why The Last of Us is a good game, then you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's still the game that's got the most awards in history.
Yeah, probably. We got the Last of Us 2 coming up soon. With Ellie being ultimate badasser.
Yes. It's a shame that The Last of Us 2 isn't being released this year. Because it would have been amazing to see Red Dead 2 and The Last of Us 2 battling it out for those awards. Because Red Dead 2 is going to be Game of the Year.
Oh, without a doubt.
And Last of Us 2 will probably be the Game of the Year next year. Unless they bring some phenomenal thing out next year.
Wow, mate, I'm telling you, the Jump Force was going on next year. Nah, that hasn't got a fucking candle's light a chance. But yes, do I need to say anything about Last of Us?
Last of Us is good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yes, it's equal parts terrifying, equal parts dramatic, equal parts amazing.
Yes. Well, we'll leave it there for that.
Yes.
Number 3 for me is Dead Rising 2 off the record.
I
only played this due to Games for Gold, and I enjoyed my time with it.
Well, I believe that Dead Rising 2 off the record is the better of the Dead Rising 2s, at least.
Yes, I was going to say, I always heard good things about it, and obviously it was free, so why it got picked up. Enjoyed it, and it's just thing with Dead Rising is it's just a good zombie killing game. You actually get satisfaction behind it.
Oh yeah,
you watch the kills tally up, and like you say, you combine everything. Obviously, I know that there's games on here that you combine stuff with, but this does it well.
Oh yeah, Dead Rising kind of like originated combining weapons in the zombie aspect at least.
Like a bucket and a drill can be like the best thing ever. Just check on a zombie's head and watch it.
Oh yeah. And you got the classics like the spike bat,
and
the defiler,
and
the knife gloves.
Oh, there's just so many, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and even if you can't be asked to have weapons, you can still kick someone's ass with just your bare fists and feet.
Oh yeah, just spit on them.
Yeah, just do anything you want. But it's such a fun zombie killing game. Like I say, you feel actually passion and pride when you actually kill something.
Oh yeah. Yes. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Number 3 for me, Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Oh, they're not open anymore.
They're not open anymore, but they've got someone finishing off the final series.
Yes.
So we are going to get
is it Deep Silver?
No, I don't think it was Deep Silver. No. We said last podcast, whoever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go back and watch that.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah, like it's just got one of the best stories in video games. Luckily, like I say, we are going to get an end to. We're going to find out the end of Clementine's journey. Do you reckon she's going to die?
Probably.
Are you going to cry?
We know how the first one ended, and look how that happened.
Poor old Lee. Like the Walking Dead Telltale games. in a way, it kind of feels unfair putting it on the list because it's not so much about the zombies.
No.
And I feel that's the case always with The Walking Dead. It's not about the actual Walking Dead. It's about the people.
Yeah.
Which, I suppose, in the way, it is about The Walking Dead. Because one of the things that a lot of people draw the comparison to is I can't remember if he did it in the show, but in the comic, Rick has this big speech at the prison where he's like, we are The Walking Dead. It's not them, it's us.
Yeah.
So it's like, I suppose in a way, it is about The Walking Dead.
Yeah. I was going to say, because essentially, you might be fighting for your life, but either way, you're going to end up like it, unless you get shot in the face.
Yeah, because I think where the premise of The Walking Dead comes from is like they're all infected. Like no matter how you die, you come back unless you fuck up the head.
Yeah. Obviously, in the TV series, that was, fucking hell, what's his name? Sean? I don't know. Can't remember.
Shane,
yeah.
Rick's friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came back and you're like, you weren't mate, what the fuck? And then Carl was like, Papa, stay away from Papa.
The most annoying kid ever.
Rick already knew it though in the show.
Yeah, I know.
Like that scientist
he was told by
him.
the scientist. Yeah.
But in the comics, they didn't find out until Tyrese killed the kid who killed his daughter. Yeah. And then he came back to life, and his daughter came back to life. She's like, "You weren't there. What the fuck?" I'm like, yes. But anyway, back to the actual Telltale Walking Dead game.
Yes.
Clementine, Lee, Kenny. Enough said. There's so many great characters, really annoying characters. Ben.
Yeah, that was in our last podcast.
He was, because he's a piece of shit. But it's one of those games that can just tug on your heartstrings at any moment. Just be like, oh, you like Lee, do you? You think he's cool? Guess what? Oh, he's bitten. You got to find Clementine before you die.
You cut his arm off.
Yeah,
we've always been told and thought in films and TV shows.
To be fair, he left it too long.
Well, yeah,
he left it too long. But you're infected. You got to save Clementine before you turn. And then people are like, well, you were kind of a dick to me, so I'm not going to help you find this poor innocent little girl. I'm just going to leave you. And it's like, well, shit. But Kenny didn't, because I was really nice to Kenny, because Kenny's my dude. And Kenny came with me, and then he died. But did he? Because he came back in season 2, and I cried again.
There you go.
And then at the end of season 2, when everything ended, and we have to leave Kenny because we go into the safe zone, and there's not enough room for Kenny, and Kenny leaves again, I cry again, because this game just doesn't want me to be happy. Yes.
It's the only game that I ever sat down and played that my ex at the time, well, my girlfriend at the time, is now my ex, she sat there and she pestered me to play the next episode because she was so into it. And it's good that games can do that, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it is a game that I pick up and play and just not worry about the day, because it's just, you get into it so much.
See, I did say about that with my ex, but she was like, no, zombies, no. She can't handle that. Funny enough, her ex before me tried to get her to watch The Walking Dead. She watched the first episode and just felt deathly ill and didn't watch it anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Walking Dead definitely did something to people.
Oh yes, emotionally. So yeah,
that's our number 3s. Moving on to number 2s. Not like that. But my number 2's already been said, and it's The Last of Us. I will chuck a little bit more onto it.
Please do.
Noel and Ellie.
Joel and Ellie.
Noel and Ellie. Why am I saying Noel and Ellie?
Joel.
I don't know why I say Noel. Yeah, Joel.
Noel Edmonds.
Yeah, I think so. Fucking Mr.
Deal
Blobby.
or no deal?
But Joel. Obviously you play as, and phenomenal character to play as well. Mm-hmm. Obviously, beginning of the scene, you see his daughter get shot, which isn't brilliant.
Oh, it's alright.
After the funniest scene ever, when they're sat on the couch and it's his birthday, she buys him a watch and he's like, well, how did you get this? And she's like, drugs.
So drugs.
But obviously, unfortunately, she gets shot.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, a bit shit. Obviously, you meet the Fireflies and all that jazz, and then you just basically try and survive, try and find a cure. Ends up being a bit bollocks.
Yeah.
Which probably is what would happen in real life, to be fair. The government would probably screw someone over.
Oh, hells yeah.
So you fight. The most scariest thing about that game is clickers.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear that, and they run at you. Don't matter if you've got a shiv or what, you're dead.
Yeah.
Right. Bastards.
Yes, but like I said, when I talked about it, I think the scariest thing is the fact that it could happen.
Oh yeah, no, the fact that actually like is realistic.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see what The Last of Us 2 brings. I played Left Behind not that long ago, to be fair.
Yes.
And that was good. Obviously, it gives you a thing of like her friendship with the girl.
Yes.
Went missing. Obviously, I guess she got killed. But I know she got bit.
I was going to say, did you not get the end of it?
I was going to say, yeah, she got bit, so she died.
I'm pretty sure like her and Ellie got bit, but Ellie's survived because she's super special.
Yeah. She's immortal.
Yes.
Well, immortal to it. But yeah, no, so Last of Us, especially, it's probably one of my favourite games out there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah. So my number 2 is a game that has also been mentioned.
Yes.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh.
Ooh. I really enjoy Left 4 Dead 2. See, I first played it on the Xbox. I believe I got the first game not long before the second game actually came out. And I played through that. I played it on someone's recommendation, but I can't remember who recommended it to me. I think it was a friend in school or something. But yeah, just really enjoyed that. And then obviously the second one came out and shit just got cranked up to 11. The characters in both Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1 are just awesome. And for the record, I'm kind of piling Left 4 Dead 1 into Left 4 Dead 2 because I've got Left 4 Dead 2 on the PC and you get all the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns. So it's essentially a bundle in the same game.
Yeah.
So obviously you got Bill, who is probably my favourite character out of the entire series. He's a legend, sacrifices himself at the end like a true hero. You got Zoe, Francis, who is just the fucking best at banter. Lewis, of course you got fucking Coach and Ellis, who are just like the most southern people in the world. Especially fucking Ellis. Holy shit, guys! It's Kittyland! Nick, just like Nick is my spirit animal. Because he is just the most sarcastic motherfucker in the world. Coach is just going through the theme park like, oh, I could go for a cheeseburger. And Nick says like, yeah, I will deep fry you an entire goddamn cow. And Rochelle, nobody likes Rochelle. Just because she's a terrible character. But she likes Francis because they meet and they're really flirty. And then Ellis likes Zoe because he's a guy. And he's a freak. But yeah, like I was genuinely devastated when I found out Bill died. Because like you had the passing campaign. And then you had the sacrifice campaign, and like the sacrifice was a prequel to the passing. Because like the sacrifice came out in Left 4 Dead 2, even though it featured the Left 4 Dead 1 characters. But like the passing is the Left 4 Dead 2 characters coming across the Left 4 Dead 1 characters, and they're like, "Oh, hi guys," but Bill isn't there, and everyone's like, "Where's Bill?"
You find him later on, don't you?
You find him dead.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, how? Why is Bill dead? What the fuck happened? And then we got a webcomic and we get like some trailers and we find out that like a bunch of tanks, which were like the big meaty motherfuckers, were coming towards the bridge that they were on, and Bill was like, I got this. He just jumps down there with a Molotov, just throws it at them. It's like, come on, you big fuckers. Starts fucking shooting off at him with his M16. He doesn't make it. Nope. He sacrifices himself for the guys, and it's really good. It's good. It's fine. I was cool with it. I didn't cry on the outside. But yeah, Left 4 Dead, like, despite it just being like a kind of simple game to play, like the interactions between the characters just make it so much more enjoyable. Yeah. Like people calling Ellis an idiot. Like whenever he's going on like a long rant about his time with his buddy Keith. And then like it's random, I think, which character interrupts him, but they'll just be like, Ellis, oh, yeah, another time. shut the fuck up. I think it's whichever character you're playing as. Like, if you're playing this coach, you'll be like, hey, Alice, maybe, shut the fuck up.
Shit.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2, just one of my favourite zombie games in general. If that was a real life, if that's what the zombies apocalypse is going to be like, we're all fucked. Those things move way too fast.
Yeah.
And that's like fucking World War Z style zombies. Like, they just fucking cluster together and they fuck your ass up.
They do indeed.
And if you come across a tank, it's over for you.
It's done, isn't it?
It's over. Just bend over and let him just fist.
All at once, the whole body. If
oh yes. But yeah, Left 4 Dead 2
is your number 2.
Yes.
And coming in at number 1 is a game we've already spoke about.
Yep.
Telltale Walking Dead.
Telltale Walking Dead.
Yeah. I can't even think there's much more to add, really. Like you said, the zombie aspect, there isn't really a lot of them. But when they do come around, they fuck up your shit.
Oh, they do fuck up your day.
Like, they are asses when it comes to actually needing them. But, yeah, no, obviously, Clementine. I've not played it from after season 2, so.
Well, from what I've heard, season 3 wasn't good.
No. And the new one, we don't even know what's going to happen with that yet. Well, obviously, we know it's finishing, but.
Yeah. Well, I know some of the things that have happened.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. I've been keeping away from it. But, yeah, no, like you said, it pulls on your heartstrings. It makes you love the characters. It makes you hate characters. But, yeah, it's a good decision game, especially season 1. Season 2, season 3 pretty much just roll out however.
Season 1 and season 2 are really good.
Yeah.
Season 3, they kind of switch the perspective to someone else, and Clementine kind of becomes a bit of a secondary character.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I don't swing that way.
No.
And then season 4, it's just all Clementine and AJ.
Yeah,
and
the kid.
Yes. Look at it, and he says, fuck.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And you can be like, hey, don't swear. I'll be like, yeah, you said it.
Hey, stop fucking swearing.
Jesus!
But yeah, no, so that's my number 1, and that's my top 10 done.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run through some honourable mentions. So, honourable mentions. We have Dead Rising. The original Dead Rising. The first Dead Rising. Frank West in Lamar. I've covered wars, you know.
Not Dawn of the Dead.
No, it's not Dawn of the Dead. You're quite right. The fact that they have to put a label on the case saying, hey, we're not affiliated with George A. Romero's Walking Dead. Dawn of the Dead is so funny to me. Because like, it's just like, just because it's a zombie thing set in a not a cinema, fucking a mall, it's like immediately they're like, oh well, you're just copying Dawn of the Dead. It's like, well, fucking, it's a cool concept. Think of all the things you could do in Dead Rising that never happened in fucking Dawn of the Dead. When was the last time in fucking Dawn of the Dead you saw a guy get a big like excavator drill and jam it through a zombie's gut and just carry him through the air while spinning him around, knocking out other zombies?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, so Dead Rising 1, very enjoyable, honourable mention. House of the Dead, Overkill.
Yep.
That was on your list. Sniper Elite Zombie Army. Plants vs. Zombies. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Like, zombies weren't the main problem in this game. Obviously, it was the Nazis.
Yes.
But zombies did feature quite heavily as the Nazis were resurrecting the dead, and the bad guy of the game was a big zombie dude called Heinrich, who might have well been a Nazi. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, and he was also a dick to kill. But,
Pure Chode.
Yes, well, there was a lot of things that were dicks to kill in that, like the super soldiers. They were just fucking huge metal dudes and they had fucking chain guns on their arm. Or the weird little fucking Tesla demons that don't have legs, they're just like arms and a torso and they just swing their fucking testicle balls at you. They were bastards. But yeah, there were zombies in the game quite consistently. Like, there was a fire zombie that blew fire at you and he would... I really want to play that again now.
Do it.
I will. And Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Oh, we got it back in there.
Yes. And I also want to mention Dead Island because I completely forgot about it somehow. So yeah, my number 1, top of the list, the top dog, the best zombie game, my favourite zombie game is Dead Rising 2. Off the record. So what was that for you? It was number 3, yeah. Now this would have been Dead Rising 2, but like it's the same kind of thing as State of Decay 2. Dead Rising 2 off the record improved Dead Rising 2 without really taking away anything to make it bad.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, it was a director's cut of Dead Rising 2. It's what would have happened if Frank West was there instead of Chuck Green.
Yeah.
And there's so many other things that happen that just make it so much better than Dead Rising 2 for me. Obviously, there's more combo weapons. There's an entirely new area. Yeah. Some of the story twists have changed just to keep things fresh. Because obviously, spoiler alerts for Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 2 off the record. In Dead Rising 2, you're portrayed by Sullivan at the end. And it turns out he's been working with the government and Phenotrans and fucks you over.
Fucking always the government.
Yep. So when you get to that point in Dead Rising 2 off the record, you're thinking, this motherfucker, he's going to go first. But it's actually Stacy, the girl who was like the radio girl throughout the entire game and also in the second game. And it was also Chuck's love interest in the second game, kind of. But yeah, like, so she turns out to be the one working for the government, and she fucks you over and kills Sullivan and what have you. And instead, Rebecca, the news girl, survives being shot this time because, you know, Frank's a news boy, Rebecca's a news girl. It's a match made in heaven. So they do throw in a few twists to the story in there. People react to you differently. There's new psychopaths. Didn't like the fact that they added in Evan the Clown because he was Adam the Clown's brother. It was so fucking dumb. I get that Adam the Clown was the most popular boss, psycho in the first game. He genuinely creeped me out. His chainsaws were amazing. But that doesn't mean I wanted to fucking fight his brother, who was a dwarf, I will add. I don't know if that's
a clown as well. Yeah. Could have just been his brother.
But he was a major disappointment compared to his brother. It just felt like a blatant cash grab on the popularity of Adam the Clown. The fact that you could get a clown car with Adam the Clown's face on the back said enough to me. Yeah. But it was just also like, yeah, we had a disappointing boss in Evan, but we already did did we do our top 10 saddest deaths already? We haven't, have we?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. I might need to add something to that list now that I'm thinking about it, because Dead Rising 2 off the record, they had a new boss that is genuinely one of the saddest deaths I've ever seen in a game. Chuck Green is one of the psychos in Dead Rising 2 off the record, because the way they do it is like, well, what would have happened to Chuck if it was more focused on Frank? Well, what happens is Katie dies.
Yeah.
And he goes insane. He hits the bottle. He replaces Leon, who's the guy on the motorbike with chainsaws.
Yeah.
But it's just, there was just something so about it that I was like, I don't want to kill Chuck. I feel bad for Chuck. Like, obviously, I spent the second game looking after Katie. I've got a somewhat attachment to Katie. I was just found out she's fucking dead, and now Chuck's trying to kill me. I'm not prepared for this. And then you kill him, and it's sad because he's got the doll, and he's like, don't worry, Katie, it's okay. And then he dies, and it's like, ah. And then fucking Frank insults him, and I'm like, look, Frank, I like you, you're my main guy, but lay off Chuck. Chuck's cool.
Don't be horrible.
Yeah. But yeah, like, just Dead Rising 2 off the record just adds enough to be just right. Just right. So,
yeah, that's the top 10's complete.
Yes.
Another one done.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust.
But yeah, anyway.
Hey! Hit you too. Another one bites the dust. And then, bam, bam, bam. Sorry.
It's bringing back Gladiator feels, that was. But anyway, yeah, so from 10 to 1 for myself on zombie games and infected or whatever you want to call them all. 10 Plants vs Zombies. 9 House of the Dead Overkill, like the Overkill's version. Yep. 8 Resident Evil 4. 7 Dead Island. 6 Left 4 Dead 2. 5 Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. Number 4 Dying Light. Number 3 Dead Rising 2 off the record. Number 2 The Last of Us. And number 1 Telltale's The Walking Dead. Season 1. Yes. Probably, I'd say.
And for me, it is number 10, The Last Stand Union City, which hopefully you've been playing in the background. Number 9, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Number 8, Killing Floor 2. Number 7, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies Mode. 6 State of Decay 2, 5 Resident Evil 4, 4 The Last of Us, 3 Telltale's The Walking Dead, I'm going to say Season 1 and 2, Left 4 Dead 2 on PC, because that includes Left 4 Dead 1, and Dead Rising 2, OTR, off the record, RIP Chuck.
Very good stuff.
So there we go, folks.
That concludes podcast number
6? I think it's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 6.
If it's not, then
7.
or 5, whatever.
I know it's more than 5.
Yeah, but this is probably 6 then.
Yes.
Yeah. So that concludes podcast number 6.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed listening to our beautiful voices. Playing a web browser game in the background about half an hour ago.
Yes.
Yeah, so with that, we shall see you in the next one.
Yes. Toodaloo.
Bye.